The following is a live sports presentation on Glycon.
Glycon's coverage of Central Kentucky high school football starts now.
You're looking at a live shot, Edgewood, Kentucky. It's Dixie Heights High School, a great opening round matchup for KHSAA Class 5A. It's Collins and Dixie Heights. I'm Chris LeBar. Welcome to Glycon.com. Joey Hamilton, former U of L Cardinal, joins me. Joey, this has all the makings of being a high-scoring and competitive game.
Very high scoring. You've got two of the top quarterbacks in 5A running around here tonight. They've got plenty of weapons. You know, these guys are in the top 15 in receiving and top 15 in scoring. The quarterbacks are both in the top 10 in 5A. So, you know, we'll throw those names and characters out here a little bit later. We're just going to entice you a little bit. But, no, I think it's a beautiful night and not too much wind. It's not really raining, so they'll be able to throw the football all around. So I'm looking for a lot of points being put up tonight.
Cade Gooden, the quarterback for Collins, over 100 career touchdowns, only a junior. And outside of Central Kentucky, not sure too many people know about this kid, but he's some kind of talent.
Cade Gooden is going to be one of those guys you better look out for around the state. The superlatives for him are just limitless. You know, he's fast, he's quick, he's tall, he's athletic, he's smart, He's all the above. This kid can really just go, you know, and he goes as their team goes. You know, the games that he played, they won 90% of those. The games that he did not play, I don't think they won a game when he did not play. So he goes as they go. But Cade Gooden, and he's only a junior, so folks around the state be looking for that name. He has many scholarship offers, so that is a name you're going to be hearing throughout the state through the next year and a half.
Dixie Heights quarterback is Mason Fields. He is just 200 yards short of becoming Dixie Heights single-season passing leader for this Dixie Heights program, and he's a strong-armed, big quarterback.
His coach, Pat Burke, labels him a stud. He said he is their leader. He's the guy that, you know, he makes their motor go. He's the guy, as he goes, they go, and he's been around, a senior, so, you know, he's thrown for 21 touchdowns this season. He's run for 2 touchdowns as well, and he plays a little defense as well as every now and then. But his career numbers are just, you know, enormous, and he's 4th in 5A in passing. So I look forward to see him putting on a show tonight as well.
The live pictures from Edgewood. So glad to bring you high school football opening round of the 5A class football playoffs. Up next, we'll chat with Jerry Lucas, the 16-year head coach of the Collins Titans. That conversation on the way back from Glycon.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something at school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
This is Woody with Simpsonville Automotive. Hope you're enjoying the game. We're leaders in customer care because we're always on. Free air out front, 24/7. Our gift to the town, it's always on. 6 loaner cars ready for pickup or delivery anytime. After hours, use our drop box or secure pickup boxes anytime. My team gets it done. Simpsonville Automotive, we are leaders in customer care.
Hi folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. Get started by finding the program that works for you at bluegrass.kctcs.edu. Bluegrass Community and Technical College. College for your world.
Versus the Colonels live tonight on Glycod. Jerry Lucas, head coach of Collins, joins us. Coach, first of all, congratulations for getting to this point. I know a solid season for you. How do you feel as you guys enter the postseason?
Well, we feel really good. It's we're in a situation where we're sitting at 7-3. We're in a really good district, and we've had to battle some injuries. We've had to overcome some stuff that has gone on during the season. I think as a coach, that's what your kids, you want them to go through those things throughout the year, and we've had to do that, and yet, here we are, and we're sitting in the first round. We're going to play a good Dixie Heights football team, and that's kind of starting our roads in the playoff, and our kids know that everybody's 0-0 now, and you're just looking to be 1-0 and, kind of survive and advance.
Conversation amongst your team has to center around Cade Gooden at quarterback, 3-year starter, over 100+ now career touchdowns. What is he like to coach?
Well, Cade, first of all, Cade's a fantastic kid. He's been the starting point guard for our basketball team since he was an 8th grader, and I really think that helped his development coming in as a quarterback in football also. But when he started playing quarterback for us, he had never played quarterback until he started playing here as a freshman. So it was kind of a quick turnaround for him because, hey, number one, we're moving you to quarterback, and number two, you're the starter as a freshman. So that's never an easy situation, but he handled it with stride. And, Cade's the first one to deflect everything to his teammates. And he knows that, he knows he's got a really good offensive line in front of him. He's got a lot of guys that he can get the ball to that have all started with him in the years past. So, and basically the entire offense, except for Logan Huseman, is back next year. So he knows. Cade understands all these things, but the bottom line is he just wants to win a football game, and that's what we're trying to do.
You guys averaging 32 points per game on offense. Are there any similarities between this offense and when you guys won the whole thing in 2013?
There is. We're running the same offense, obviously, that we've run since 2010, but each quarterback that we've had have kind of had their own little nuances in running it, and Cade does as well, but it's nice as a coaching staff and with our players that, they can go back and see these guys in the past have run the same thing and then figure out how they want to run it. But, when you watch us, we're a pass first. We kind of always felt like we're a pass first team that runs to win. We know coming into the game that you got to be able to run the ball in November to win playoff games, and we're going to do that. And we're going to establish our run. But we kind of centered around our passing game, and it's not so much throwing the football, but just putting our kids in space and getting them the ball, and Cade does a really good job of that.
You mentioned Dixie Heights, and you're high on them. What do you like best about that bunch?
Well, number one, their quarterback. I think his name's Mason Fields. Very impressive. Watching his video, this kid can just flat throw a football. And of course, from a guy who loves to throw the ball, he's very impressive. And he's got some really good weapons around him. He's got some good receivers, and they do a really good job. I had emailed their coach earlier in the week and just told him how impressed I was with their offense.
This is a team you'll take on tonight that always plays better, it seems like, at home than on the road. Is that a concern for you guys as you make that long trek up to Northern Kentucky?
Well, always. You've got to be able to go on the road and win football games. And this is a team that record-wise, they've lost some football games. However, being a guy that's been around forever, you're talking about a team that has played Beechwood, Covcath, Cooper, Ryle. I mean, these are some of the best teams in the state, and they have played an incredible schedule. And, I've got to feel like they're battle-tested now, and we're certainly going to get the best they have. So it's going to be a strong test for us tonight, and we're going to have to play really well to win.
Head coach Jerry Lucas, be right back after this from Glycott.
No one college can be all things to all people, but Bluegrass Community and Technical College is as close as it gets. We're affordable, like you've got a great chance to graduate with little to no debt. Affordable, flexible, with in-person, online, and hybrid programs. And you can easily transfer your credits to continue on to a 4-year university. So while we can't be everything to everyone, we can be a lot of things to you. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Drive with the confidence and security of a pre-owned Kia from Cartown Kia. This incredible certification package is loaded with a 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, 10 years of national roadside assistance, and 2 years of free maintenance. Choose from over 70 certified pre-owned Kias or over 1,000 vehicles of all makes and models. It's new car driving at used cars prices with certified pre-owned Kias from CartownKiaUSA.com.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
You have fun. Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
With Fast Signs, create custom deep sea signage that makes the wait a visual escape. Fast Signs, make your statement.
Stuck on the road? Call Martin's Peterbilt Mobile Service. Our 24/7 commercial roadside service, truck and trailer repair, and warranty service will have you back on the road in no time. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling. You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Tonight's broadcast is copyrighted by the Kentucky High School Athletic Association for the private use of our audience. The use of pictures, videos, and audio without the express written permission of the KHSAA and Glycod are prohibited. Welcome back to Dixie Heights. It's Collins against the Dixie Heights Colonels. And Joey, we heard Coach Lucas talk about the Collins program. And this is a team trying to get a little bit of a monkey off their back because it's been a bit since they won a postseason game.
You know, Cade Gooden's been around 3 years. He's got a group with him that have been around probably 2 years. Most of those kids probably did not start as freshmen, but the rest of those guys that are juniors now, they probably got some varsity time last year. He's got one senior. And those guys they're looking for some postseason success here, and it's their time. You know, they've been around. Cade's been around. You know, last year that didn't go as well as they thought, and they've had a very successful season. So now they want They want to grow off that. They want to grow off that and come up here to Northern Kentucky and get a postseason win, a tough postseason win on the road.
Collins 7-3. They've got those 3 difficult losses really in the meat of their schedule. September 26th, losing at Scott County 38-14. Then October 3 at North Laurel 19-14. And then Woodford County beat them in Simpsonville 42-24 on October the 10th. 3 very solid teams.
3 very solid teams, but remember, Cade Gooden did not play.
He did not.
He played only, he just came back the Woodford game and gave a very solid half and actually had his team up at halftime. But, I think if they were to play North Laurel again with Cade Gooden, the outcome would be different. Scott County, district champion, it's a toss-up. It's a toss-up. So, but it's at Scott County. But, if they get to see them again, this year's Scott County team has not seen Cade Gooden, so if they get another opportunity at them, it'll be a little different. It's like one of those things where guys say, let's use Michael Jordan as the example. Say, oh, man, I'm watching on film. He can't do this. He can't do that. Then they get there in front of him, and all of a sudden he explodes by him. And they're like, oh, I didn't think he was that quick, or I didn't think he was that. And that's what Cade Gooden is. Cade Gooden is that kind of player where you may watch him on film, but in person he's a totally different animal.
The winner of this game will get the winner of Woodford County versus Boone County. Both teams playing at 7:30 tonight. We will keep you apprised of all scoring updates throughout the course of this evening. Now look at your weather forecast presented by our great partners at Kinzer & Kinzer, delivering clean, comfortable air. And the weather has improved a bit. That certainly was not the case a couple of days ago in this community, but it's drying out. Temps feel cooler than the mid-50s and only a slight chance of showers. In other words, a perfect Week 1 postseason football weather forecast.
Perfect for these guys. I think they couldn't ask for a better deal, and, no rain. These 2 quarterbacks to throw the ball the way both coaches like to throw it. They couldn't ask for a more ideal night.
Pat Burke building a powerhouse at Dixie Heights. You'll hear from the coach. He joined our Joey Hamilton earlier in that conversation on the way back from Glycod.
Range Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
For your home and your range, Bad Boy Mowers will tame any terrain with advanced engineering and American-made steel. Home on the range. Bad Boy, mow with an attitude.
Proud supporters of Oldham County High School's athletics. Robin Lawson and Financial Solutions Incorporated have been recognized over a dozen times as Oldham County's best financial planner. Robin and his team provide individuals and small businesses the tools needed to achieve their financial goals, because they care not just about the result, but also the process. Visit their office in LaGrange at 309 West Jefferson Street, or learn more online at oldhamfinancial.com. Financial Solutions Incorporated. Clarity for your financial future.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
Hi folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. Sometimes when you have a roof leak, you just need a repair. At HKC Roofing, we're experts at finding and fixing leaks. For a free estimate, contact us at roofyourhouse.com.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Welcome back to Glycod Sports. Joey Hamilton here. I'm here in Edgewood, Kentucky. 5A first round game at Rice Mountjoy Stadium with fourth season at Dixie Heights head coach Pat Burke. Coach, your schedule, tell me about it. You took some lumps there earlier. Is that by design?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of the toughest schedules in the state. I feel like all those schools are in our backyard. They've been games that have been played here for years and years and years, some rivalry games. And so that's the nature of the beast of Northern Kentucky football. You got to play the best of the best, and hopefully it molds you for the playoffs and allows you to be able to make a run. And so, yes, sir.
Has moving from 6A to 5A made a difference for you, or how do you feel about that?
I mean, it is what it is. I feel like now that we're in 5A, I feel like we're kind of evenly matched here. Some places where in 6A, with schools that have 2,200 kids, sometimes it gets a little rough. But I'm either or. It's not a huge difference to me.
When we say Dixie Heights football, who are your leaders this year, offensively and defensively?
Offensively, Mason Fields, number 8, our quarterback, is a tremendous leader. He's a great competitor. Nashawn Goldsby, who plays receiver, he's just an all-around athlete, plays safety for us, will play DB. You'll see him in the backfield. Those are two guys offensively, along with Duncan Linville and Parks Vondahar and Levi Gilland. Those guys really set the tone offensively for us. Defensively, Brad Roden, outside linebacker, just a great motor, great leader, has really grown in a leadership role and taking control. He's very physical. Jackson Higgins, he plays corner for us, has been a heck of a leader as well. And then Levi Gilland and Luke Tucker on the defensive side of the ball have been great for us this year and good leaders.
So this week, first round playoff game against Collins. What do you see on film against Collins?
An athletic bunch with a quarterback who's a tremendous athlete that can make throws and make plays and extend plays with his feet. They've got some receivers that when get the ball, and if you don't get them down and tackle them, they're going to make you pay. And so we've got to do well in coverage, and we got to tackle well tonight.
Did you feel it was imperative that you got a first round home game, or was that?
That was certainly our goal. This is the first home playoff game here in 5 years. It was one of our season goals to have a home playoff game. We were able to finish the year pretty strong, and we got the second seed in the district, and so we hit one of our goals. Yes, big deal for us.
And last of all here, Coach, what's it going to take for a Dixie Heights victory tonight?
We got to defend and tackle well. We've got to be able to be explosive on our offense and establish a solid run game tonight. We got to keep number 17, number 1 in check, and we got to keep the QB, in check and allow him not to extend plays with his feet and hopefully get some pressure on him.
Well, that's it, folks. You heard from head coach Pat Burke here in his 4th season at Dixie Heights. They moved from 6A to 5A. First round home game tonight against Collins. This is Joey Hamilton, Glycod Sports, signing off.
Leaves and other dirt and grime are no match against the experts at Sunshine Pools, your BioGuard dealer. Weekly service, computerized water testing, or just need advice. Our reputation has made us the company of choice for all your pool needs. Visit us today for a full line of BioGuard swimming pool products. Sunshine Pools.
Hey, who turned out the lights? Hello?
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
Need a tow? Martin's Peterbilt Towing Service is here 24/7. Based in London and Pikeville, we will travel to you. Commercial trucks and trailers, no job too big. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
Here in Kentucky of great savings at Cartown Kia.
Score 1.9% financing on select new Kia models like 2026 Kia Sportage. Or win with 0% on 2025 Kia Sorento and Sportage.
Our team is here for your team at Cartown Kia.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Now for a look at tonight's keys to the game presented by Martin's Peterbilt of Central Kentucky. They strive to keep your trucks moving through outstanding parts availability and unmatched service. Joey, let's dissect what's most important for Collins.
Well, Collins, first of all, they need to limit their penalties. In a few of their last games, they were having 6, 7, 8 penalties, and they won the game, but yet they just had a bunch of penalties, and that's just not what Coach Lucas needs right there. They need big plays in offense. They need to find 17, 1, Logan Hulsman, those guys. They need to find them on big plays down the field. And then last of all, they need to win the kicking game. And they can win that kicking game with a huge guy named, his last name is Miller. We'll just say it's Miller time right there. That's Gage Miller right there, one of the top kickers in the state.
Yeah, Gage Miller, 40 of 42 on extra points. Now transition to Dixie Heights. Much of what they must do centers around controlling the game on offense.
Yes, first of all, they've got to bend but don't break on defense. You know, the defense, you've got Brad Roden, Levi Gilden, Luke Tucker, those guys, those three linebackers, they're going to have to make big plays. You're going to have to hear their names all night. They have to make big plays. Second, they're going to have to control the game on offense. You've got their quarterback, Mason Fields. They're going to have to control the game. They don't need to score too quick. They don't need 3 and outs. That they can kind of control the game, keep Cade Gooden off the field. Then, last of all, they have to prevent turnovers. No fumbles, no interceptions, things of that nature right there. They're going to get the ball first. They're going to kick off here first and give it to Collins. So, just need to do that. Just need to prevent turnovers tonight, and then that's their opportunity to win tonight.
Kickoff next. It's Collins and Dixie Heights. We'll have it for you next on Glycod.
Leaves and other dirt and grime are no match against the experts at Suntime Pools, your BioGuard dealer. Weekly service, computerized water testing, or just need advice. Our reputation has made us the company of choice for all your pool needs. Visit us today for a full line of BioGuard swimming pool products. Suntime Pools.
Hey, who turned out the lights? Hello?
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
Need a tow? Martin's Peterbilt Towing Service is here 24/7. Based in London and Pikeville, we will travel to you. Commercial trucks and trailers, no job too big. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
And back live as we welcome you back to kickoff at a premature beginning, as they say, and Collins will receive the opening kickoff and take it up to the 35-yard line.
That's Estrada right there, linebacker right there on the kickoff return team. Got the ball there, and he's used to hand the ball on some of those interceptions, so nice return there by Estrada.
So the Collins offensive line, again, so many returning starters from last year, 10 returning starters from offense. One of the new guys is the left tackle. It's freshman Leo Lavario. The left guard is seasoned Mike Douglas. Center Stone Lowry. The right side of the line, Colin Roberts. And right tackle Wyatt Butler. Cade Gooden, an outstanding junior quarterback, with Caleb Askew getting the start in the backfield. And you'll see a lot of Collins receivers in a spread formation. There's Gooden, just like that, down the far sideline. And Cade Gooden across the 30, slung down at the 27-yard line, and a 44-yard gain to start this game.
Cade Gooden just quarterback draw off the left right there, and just takes it right upfield, and they're running faster, right back on the ball again. So hurry up.
Yeah, the Titans, just like that, a quick rush from Gooden, and now 3 receivers to the near side as Gooden drops back to throw. Rolling left, feeling some pressure, and Gooden going to sling it for an incomplete pass.
Good job there by Gooden. Actually, great coverage there by the Colonels. But good job there by Gooden, just getting rid of it. Just trying to throw it likable enough to where they don't call grounding, but high enough to where no one can get it right there. Come back in 2nd and 10. What an outstanding start there, though, by Collins. Switch the field there. You got your man, Cade Gooden, just nice run off the left side there.
There's a slant pass caught across the 25. And the cornerback, Jackson Higgins, on the stop. Nice completion for the Titans.
That was his man, Jason Hintz right there. Hintz, a junior. He was one of those weapons that Cade has. Hintz, you'll be looking for him tonight. He's usually catching them right across the middle there for him.
Hence his 49th grab of the year as Collins stares at 3rd down and 5. Just over 60 seconds have elapsed. First drive of the game as Gooden, the first play from scrimmage, 44-yard rush down the left sideline. And Gooden back to throw. And Gooden going to flank it out to the far side, and that ball's caught for a first down. Inside the 10, it's first down and goal. That's Jaden Martin on the grab.
And it's just a little flare out there for the back. He just kind of dips out of the backfield on the left-hand side, and next thing you know, he's up the field, 1st and goal.
Martin, a utility knife outside of that backfield. They'll line him up. He'll catch. He'll also play some defensive secondary as well. A true two-position player.
You see in the replay there, just gets upfield, out of the backfield. Nice little gain right there, and I think they're going to put him inside the 10.
First down and goal. Here's Martin again, probing for a couple. He'll take it just shy of the 5-yard line.
Yeah, just a nice little handoff right there. Nice tackle there by Gavin Henson. But to no avail, and they're back on the ball again. Hurry up, O.
Now Gooden going to call his own number, trying to dart outside, and Gooden in for an opening 6 for Collins.
Gooden right there just outflanks the defense. They push the offensive tackle, just pushes down, and Collins just, there's no one out there. Just touchdown Collins right there. Very easy run right there for Cade Gooden. As he goes out there, defense trying to pursue, but great block out there by his wideout, Jason Henson. Here we are, 6-0, not even 2 minutes in.
Gage Miller, an outstanding place kicker, as Joey mentioned. Only missed 2 on 42 attempts this year. And he'll blast it through off the hold from Carter James, and a Collins 7-0 beginning. We'll step aside. Dixie Heights football when we welcome you back to Edgewood after this on Glycod.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Cade Gooden, a 6-yard touchdown rush, has Collins on the board.
That was all Gooden pretty much. Gooden on the run, Gooden on the pass. This team goes as he goes. Just an explosive run off the first play right there. Then finds a couple wideouts right there, then just runs it in himself right there. So Coach Cody Smith, the defensive coordinator, has got a tough task tonight. Try to hold Gooden.
Cade's 33rd touchdown of the year, and now Collins will kick off as Miller will kick it back with Eric Brown and Deshaun Goldsby back to return, and this one in for a touchback.
He's almost automatic with that. Anytime he kicks deep, it's usually going to the end zone right there. And like I said, that is a weapon right there, especially in these playoffs when you can get a team to start from their 20 instead of giving them an opportunity to return the ball.
Dixie Heights offense includes left tackle Nate Cole. Matt Farrell is the left guard. The center, Brian Pantaleone. Owen Gabbard, Lionel Calhoun form the right side of the line with Mason Fields, two-year starter, as the senior quarterback. And Fields, a quick handoff, and darting through is Levi Gilliland, and he'll take it just shy of a first down up to the 28-yard line.
Gilliland, excellent run right there. He's their top rusher right there. Gilliland, he's in the top 50, number 46 in 5A rushing.
Gilliland again on the toe. Darting through will be one of the Collins edge players. It's Trey England forcing contact and a loss of a couple.
England right there, Nate Bruce along with him right there, a host of other Collins Titans players right there, but both teams going with the hurry-up offense.
Loss of 2, so 3rd down and 4 as Dixie Heights will regroup with 2 receivers to the top of your screen. In Fields, again the same play call, and Gilliland denied. Isaac Estrada met him at the point of attack, and now you got 4th down coming up.
Estrada meets him at the point of attack, but down low was Clay England, the second leading tackler for him. And that's a 3 and out right there for Dixie. For Dixie Heights is not what Coach Burke wanted right there. And as I'm watching, there's a lot of single coverage out there, so I don't know if Coach Burke is going to want to take advantage of that on his next series right there.
Mason Fields will moonlight as the punter, as Collins will send Jari Hardy back at midfield awaiting the punt from Fields. And this is a high spiraling kick to the right, and Hardy will watch will trickle inside the 35-yard line.
Nice punt right there. Way to switch the field right there. Now this is going to be a big, big series right here for the Colonels. They're going to have to watch number 3, get some pressure on him. And like I said, they did a great job on the one pass attempt right there earlier where he had to throw it away. But the others, they completed 3, and then next thing you know, 2 big runs, and it was touchdown. So huge series here for the Colonels.
32-yard punt for Fields, and Collins will possess the ball for the second time, perched at their 35-yard line. Avion Delaney to the left, and a little flea flicker action. Back to throw Gooden, and he's going to look for a wide open target. Caught down at the 23-yard line. Reeled in by Jason Hintz.
Hintz wide open on the flea flicker. Had to wait for it just a little bit, but comes back and grabs it right there. Nice play. Coach Lucas opening up the playbook there on the flea flicker here early in the first quarter.
First down and 10. Out in the flat, caught again by Hintz. 3 early grabs, and Hintz down the far sideline, very close to the goal line, and they're going to mark him just short.
Little play action right there. Just shows sweep right. Hintz comes back on the bubble screen or quick screen left. Next thing you know, he's got 2 blockers out there. Takes it down to the 1 right there. As I said, Coach Lucas is opening up the playbook. Nice right there. You see him coming back. Got 2 blockers right there. Carrying another. Getting almost inside the goal line.
Back to live action. Gooden again. And he'll be denied inside the 5, a loss of a couple back to the 3-yard line.
Nice job right there. You got Cam Shayer right there and a host of other Colonels right there and a nice defense tackle. They're going to need a lot more of that to try to prevent Gate Gooden here to get in the end zone.
Jaden Martin, position to the right of Gooden. As Jason Hintz, 3 early catches in this game as Collins' offense razor sharp early. Gooden, a design draw, touchdown.
Not much resistance on that one. He had went to the left a few times. They were overloaded to that side right there, and the the Titans just go to the right, and no one's there, and touchdown Gooden.
And Collins rushing their special teams
Right
unit
there.
back on the field.
There's no one there. As you saw, just a big hole right there. I think most of the Colonel players were over on the other side of the ball as they've run it twice that way. Switch it up. SIX, 6.
Hold down, and Miller, boy, does he elevate that kick high. And Collins looking good early. They lead Dixie Heights 14-0. You're watching 5A first round football live from Edgewood on Glycod.
Folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
From Glycod, it's Central Kentucky High School football. Tonight's game is brought to you by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. College for your world. Manowar Harley-Davidson, 100% Kentucky owned and operated. IBEW Local 369, power up your potential. New Vista, we see the good ahead. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling. Elite Building Products in Nicholasville, where you'll find top quality products for your home. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job. Suntime Pools and Spas, good people to know if you have a pool. And by Fast Signs. Now to the field for all the action from Glycod on Central Kentucky High School football.
So Dixie Heights will have the football from inside their 20 after the return by Goldsby while you were away. First down and 10 for the Colonels, and they'll pluck it up inside for about a yard.
Nice play again right there. You've got Jaden Martin right there, as well as Josh Midkiff right there making plays, just shutting down the running back.
Fields back to throw. Going to sling it down the far side and then bat it away. Wonderful defense coming across by the Collins. Davion Dale.
Davion Dale, Josh Cochran right there, both of them just right there on him. The receivers actually open a little earlier. I know they may have called it for a deeper slant, but if they call that more of a quick slant right there, he's got plenty of room out there one-on-one. Just kind of ran right into the safety on that. They're going to have to call a quicker slant, maybe a 7 to 10-yard slant instead of more of a 20-yard post.
Yeah, 3rd down and 9. Dixie Heights trying to avoid 2 quick 3-and-outs. Fields down the middle of the field. It's Morris underthrown a bit. No flag thrown as it's deflected away by corner Jari Hardy.
Hardy right there on him, going for the big play right there. Looks like he had his receiver Henry Waters coming across number 13 on a over route. He was had another receiver double covered, so I guess Mason Fields thought he went with the one-on-one coverage deep. But these corners, they're quick enough to play man-on-man coverage right there.
To 4th down and 9, and Dixie Heights will punt again as Fields this time back inside his 5-yard line.
Not what Coach really wanted to do there. That's a quick 3-and-out again.
High kick will shadow Hardy to the right side and scooped up at the Collins 43-yard line.
Yeah, nice coverage there by number 22. Just a good coverage there. Brady Speakman right there to prevent the return. Now this is where Dixie Heights really needs to prevent the big play. Those are one of the keys to the game. Bend but don't break defense, prevent the big plays. Flea flicker, big play. Quarterback draw, big play. They need to stop those big plays. They swapped the fields. Huge series here for Dixie Heights.
And for Collins, boy, they've run a play that has worked on every execution play, Joey. They've not run a play that hasn't worked.
It's one of those nights you ought to play the lottery. I mean, they've done everything. That's he can flip a coin, call heads or tails, and he get that right 10 out of 10 times at the moment.
Empty set for Cade Gooden. Back to throw. Plenty of time. He's looking for a target and overshoots. Jackson McIntyre at the 15 for a long incompletion.
Right there, seemed like a long route right there. Hudson Morris with great coverage right there. It looks like he had a quick route right there, but it looks like both teams are just trying to go deep here. It looks like everything's a deep ball. They've got some quick intermediate routes that look like they're open right now, but the quarterback's not looking for the quick intermediate route. They're going deep.
This is a Dixie Heights defense surrendering 34 points per game. And Collins on their third possession. Gooden up the gut, chiseling yardage, driving tacklers short of a first down at the Colonel's 47, about a yard and a half short.
It looked like Coach brought a blitz right there on the weak side. Gooden went on the strong side, made a nice run right there. Now this is just a big play right here, third and short. This Dixie Heights defense needs to come through right here.
Three receivers, including Jaden Martin in the slot here, as Gooden in the gun. He's going to flip it around to Dale, and Davion dragging tacklers enough for a first down.
And that's a guy you don't talk much about right there. Davion Dale right there. He's a 6-foot senior right there. He's got 26 carries. He had 196 yards and a touchdown. And when he gets his opportunities, tries to make the most of it right there. But they just sealed the whole side, and there was nobody there until he got the first down.
And the Titans back to work after the third down conversion. With 5:43 in this opening quarter.
Showing blitz on the strong side this time.
Gooden up in the pocket, accelerating to the second level, and a first down as he knives his way inside the 25, down to the 23 in a gallop of 19 yards.
Just saw an opening right there. They're playing man coverage. They blitzed that time. Once he saw the receivers gone, there was no linebackers there in the second level right there. He just takes off right up the middle. Next thing you know, first down.
Collins has come to play tonight. This offense so well schooled in the beginning.
Yes,
screen pass, and it's caught. That's Jackson McIntyre reversing field, and McIntyre inside the 10, and a first down.
And you can see that setup right there. You saw your three linemen right there in the middle, just setting up for a screen, letting everyone else come through. Nice screen call right there. Saving tackle there by Hudson Morris, but it just and they missed a tackle right there, and you almost feel like Dixie Heights might be shell shocked here. Big game for them. First time they've had a home game in 5 years. They look like they're wide-eyed right now.
Gooden in the shotgun. He's going to leave for Javon Hunter, and Hunter will probe for a couple. So now you've got three different backs that have touched it for Collins.
Yeah, three different backs have touched it right there, but that's a really nice stop there by Ben London right there, and also number 6, Brad Roden right there. Roden, one of the defensive leaders right here. Good job right there of shutting down the run.
Second down and goal looming for Collins. Here's an end around. It's Martin with momentum. Following blockers in for 6.
Wow. Did you see that block by big number 74, Mike Douglas? Mike Douglas just pushed a man through back to the end zone, and the back just followed. There was almost nothing that the Colonels could do right there. As you see right there, to give it to the back, and you see big 74 right there pushing little number 5 and a couple other guys. They're just moving out of his way and just plowed the road.
One more extra point looming for Gage Miller. And Collins, 3 touchdowns scored in less than 8 minutes to start this one in Edgewood. High snap. And Miller powers it through the door. A Collins 21-0 lead. More coverage after this pause. Live from Edgewood on Glycod.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Oldham County today.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Alongside former U of L Cardinal Joey Hamilton, I'm Chris LeBar, back live in Edgewood. Collins leading 21-0, and the Colonels a really significant drive coming up right now.
As I'm looking at this, I look and I've watched Collins this year. They could easily be district champs. The other two teams in their district, they could easily be district champs. So it's show you how strong that district is, and they're playing like they're a district champ right now. Like I said, those 2 games they lost, they didn't have the quarterback, but this is a huge drive for Dixie Heights.
And Miller for the second time in for a touchback.
Miller, automatic. Mr. Automatic right there. Kicking over 95% on his PATs right there, averaging 4 points a game. If I don't know how you call that basketball, but averaging over 4 points a game on field goals, extra points. And always putting it back to the end zone. That's, like I said, huge weapon right there. But
so what's the MO here for Dixie Heights on this series?
They're playing man coverage. Collins playing man coverage. If you cut down the routes, some short intermediate routes is what I've seen. They don't have much room there on the inside.
Pass out in the flat. The ball is touched for Nishan Goldsby, one of their electric offensive players. Nice chunk of about 5 yards.
Got him out there in space right there. That's a nice first down play right there. Just throw it out there. You got a trips left. Just throw it out there to him. Got 3 blockers out there. Just try to get him into some space right there.
Goldsby will flank to the left of Mason Field, 6'4", 225. In motion, Parks Vonderhaar. Now Vonderhaar will circumvent to the near side. And Goldsby between the tackles for a few yards, just shy of the 30, and a very important 3rd and short will come up. Oh, or will it be a first down?
Move the chains. That's going to be huge for them. That's their first down of the night right there. Estrada and company, a bunch of white shirts in there, black hats in there on the tackle. But not until after they get a first down, and I know Coach has got to feel good about that.
Well, it's 3rd and short, Joey.
So they didn't give it to him.
Yeah,
okay.
The signal appeared like it was, but it's 3rd down and very short. So Fields, quarterback draw. There's the first down. Didn't need much. Isaac Estrada with a hat on him.
Estrada with the tackle right there. And then you got number 0 right there. You got Jaden Martin just ran right by him right there. Martin just slides right by, missed the tackle, and the quarterback just gathers up there, gets a first down right there, follows his guard right there. A little extracurricular activity going on right there. And they're going to... It didn't look like much, but I think Estrada was trying to hold him up there, but referee saw a little different right there, so we're going to move the chains 15 yards. Keep it moving right there.
So back-to-back first downs for Dixie Heights as they approach midfield. Under 3 minutes in the first quarter, Cade Gooden, a pair of touchdowns. Rolling his Fields, facing some pressure, slings it down the middle of the field. A
nice
wonderful
catch.
Throw and catch. Touchdown.
Nice play right there. Great job of him eluding the tackle right there. And Duncan Linfield, touchdown. What a throw, what a catch. That's a big burst of air right there for Dixie Heights right there. As you see, he drops back, looks, evades the rush, rolls right, throws it, strong arm, deep post right there, touchdown. Nice play.
Easton Niemeyer on for the point after, and Niemeyer slices it through. There's a flag from the back judge, tossed in the end zone.
Really nice play right there. Nice throw, nice catch. That's that big play offense that Dixie Heights has had all year. Like I said, they're going deep every time. You know, they can just evade that first wave of the rush, which he did that time, and then he get it there because it's hard for a DB to, it's hard for a defensive back to guard that long. It's going to be a flag on, Collins there, roughing the kicker there.
Joey, let's take one more look at this throw on the run by Fields. And he put it right on the numbers.
Yep. Goes right there, drops back. You see the blitz coming. You see number 0 right there. You see Jaden Martin coming on the outside, and Martin doesn't break down. That's twice he hadn't broke down. Quarterback just strong arm throw, deep post right there. like I said, it's hard to cover that long. Davion Dale just can't stay with him, and Linville with the touchdown.
Duncan Linville's second receiving touchdown of the season. Mason Fields his 22nd passing score on the campaign. And that was a much-needed response for Dixie Heights. But now the question is, can they stop this Collins offense?
And you always wonder if a coach is going to go for an onside kicker with a 15-yard penalty right there. So if he doesn't get it, he'll probably they'll still have the ball inside the 40, possibly inside the 30.
So Easton Niemeyer will kick off, and one would think that he can just pound this in for a touchback. Crowd beneath us getting excited, and we're going to have an intermediate squib kick that's scarfed up by Collins, and they'll jet up to the 30-yard line.
It's Estrada with the ball again. The ball seems to found him twice now in kickoffs. Estrada getting the ball, but the ball's going to be at 30-yard line. That's not bad field position there. I'm sure Dixie Heights needs another. If they can find a huge stop here. This, got life on that last one. They can find a huge stop. Crowd lighten up a little bit right here. You can hear them. Fireworks going off after that touchdown. Big series here for the Colonels.
Collins, 3 prior possessions, 3 touchdowns. Cade Gooden in the shotgun, awaiting the snap from center Stone Lowry. And Gooden going to heave it for the downs. Intercepted.
Nice play right there.
Hudson
Nice job.
Morris back for the interception.
Nice job by Hudson Morris. He saw the ball thrown, got on top of the receiver, didn't let the receiver run, didn't let him run past him, then just went up at the highest point and got it right there. As I said, all plays have been deep right here, and he just stays on top of him, doesn't give the receiver opportunity, and makes a great interception.
Only the second interception thrown this season by Cade Gooden.
Yeah, and like I said, they've got some short intermediate passes, but they went deep, and they paid for it that time.
We'll see what Mason Fields can dial up for this Colonel's offense on sudden change as they've got possession inside their 25. Deshaun Goldsby in those bright orange sneakers to his left. And Goldsby will have his number called, and he's going to slide and slip on those sneakers, lose a couple.
Well, that's the second time you've seen someone slip right there. You just saw the interception. Number 4, Hudson Moore slipped, and you see right there Nishan Goldsby just slipped right there as well. It must be a little damp right there or something in that area, because that's 2 slips in that area. See right there, he gets it. Oh, he tripped over his foot. Just tripped over his own ankle right there.
Second down and a dozen. Under 2 minutes in the quarter. Fields rolling, slings it through the arms of an open Henry Waters.
Wide open right there. Like I said, that was more of a short intermediate pass right there. He's got to get that ball down to him. You see he's wide open right there across the middle there, playing that man coverage. There's opportunity. He drops back, just kind of throws off his back foot. He just doesn't throw off his back foot. The ball won't float on him. Still, though, another big opportunity here for Dixie Heights.
Third down and a dozen, 1:54 in the first quarter. 4 touchdowns scored in this game. And Dixie Heights trying to go 2 for 2 on scores as they stare at third down and long. They converted 1 prior third down in this game as Goldsby trots in motion. And Fields fakes that way and rambles up the middle. And how about that for a call and a first down?
Are they going to call it? They did not. I didn't see, but nice play right there. Nice quarterback draw right there. Goldsby goes in motion right there, pulls, playing man coverage. See what they're playing man coverage, and just did a little fold block right there by the tackle, and no one's there right there. And then just a nice tackle there by number 10, Josh Cochran, not till after he gets a first down.
Fields really sold that play.
Yeah, that was a quarterback draw there. Like I said, nice fold block.
Empty set. Fields slings it across. Goldsby in stride. Catch down to the 31-yard line. And a pickup of 22.
Goldsby has got Joe Watson, Rhodes right there. Rhodes a 5'6" player right there. Goldsby with a height differential right there. Just throws it up high and he just goes and gets it.
Pass to the near side. It's caught by Waters, and Waters for a few.
Yeah,
that's this fast-paced offense.
Quick screen right there. He's trying to throw out there real quick, trying to get a play. And number 10 says, no, sir. Josh Cochran just holds on right there. That's almost like a quick run right there, but great defense there by Collins.
2nd down and 8. Fields rolling. And he's going to dart for another first down across the 20. Wrapped up by Brody Haggard, but a 13-yard pickup and a first down and 10 looming.
Nice job right there. Great defense right there by Collins. They played that right there, but that's the 3rd time that Jaden Martin has not broke down, and Fields has made him pay right there. Nice scramble to the right. First down. Momentum rolling here.
Fields fakes the hand. He'll dart across the middle himself. Not sure that was the design play call, but he'll pick up about 7.
Well, if it wasn't, it was a good design, because as the back goes through, he picks up and blocks somebody right there. So you've got an unfair advantage. You got a man advantage right there, and the quarterback just gets right through there before a safety comes down and makes a play. And they've got it rolling right now here toward the end of the first quarter.
The interception by Hudson Morris catapulting this Dixie Heights drive, and they're going to conclude quarter 1 with momentum. And they trail Collins 21-7. 2nd and 3 to start the second quarter after this pause. Live from Edgewood, this is Glycod.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Welcome back to Dixie Heights High School. Collins leading the Dixie Heights Colonels 21-7 as we welcome you back for the start of the second quarter. And that Morris interception, Joey's really changed the complexion of this quarter.
That Morris interception has changed the complexion of this game. I mean, I guess the quarter being the game, but he got out in front right there, and that's what Dixie Heights needed right there. They'd stop the big play, bend but don't break defense, and that's, when Collins has made those big plays, you see what resulted, a touchdown. Now they made a big interception right there on the long pass right there, scored a touchdown, and now they're trying to come back. They're inside the red zone, inside the 20 right here, trying to put up points again right here as we start the second quarter.
At the 19, as Dixie Heights will steer it 2nd down and 3.
And they found something. They found something, a little rhythm here with a little quarterback draw here. And looks like they might, they might keep it with him here. It's been working.
Fields in the shotgun, flips to Goldsby. Goldsby back inside, and Nishan upended. He's going to pick up a first down, wrapped up at the 8-yard line.
Yeah, England with a nice tackle right there, but great block out there by his wideout. Wideout kicking out the DB right there, and Goldsby just cuts up inside right there. You got 2 wideouts pushing out right there, 3 wideouts pushing out right there, and Goldsby just gets what he can get. Gets what he can get up there. Nice tackle by England, but not till after it's
first down and goal. Pass out in the flat, caught again by Henry Waters. Touchdown!
Quick screen right there. Nothing they can do about that one. Quick screen to Waters, 3-on-2 right there. You're out, man. That's easy. That's easy money right there. When you're 3-on-2, all you have to do is get those 2 guys to get a good block for you. Throws it right there. There's 2 out there. All he has to do is run right by. Next thing you know, it's a touchdown.
Fields with a pair of touchdowns. One to Linville, the second to Henry Waters. And a sophomore place kicker, Easton Niemeyer, trying to add one to the Dixie Heights tally. Hold is down, and Niemeyer's kick inside that left upright. 21-14 Titans.
Just like that. We talked about a big scoring game right here. We've got 28 points in the first quarter, and already we're having played a minute yet, and we've already got another touchdown.
Take a look at the touchdown again by Waters, and the patience to let the blocks develop paving the way for 6, Joey.
A great job right there. Like I said, you're outmanned out there. You've got 3 receivers, 2 DBs right there. So you see a block there. He has nobody out there. And you see someone tries to come in and get him, but it's to no avail. It's too late. He's already crossed the goal line. And, they'll play that numbers game all day. 3-on-2. That's some of the things we used to do back at Mill High School with Montrell Jones and Mike Bush. And 3-on-2, 3-on-2 is 3-on-2. You get good blocks right there. It doesn't matter who you have out there. And as you saw the result right there, you saw Henry Waters score a touchdown.
We'll see how Collins responds after a rare Cade Gooden interception. And Niemeyer going to hook this in play. It's scarfed up by the Titans at the 15, across the 20, down to the 33-yard line. That's Davion Dale.
Davion Dale, nice return right there. Good tackle there by number 6. That's Brad Roden right there. Davion Dale, one of those guys we talked about. Davion Dale, he's got offers from EKU and Toledo right there. So, he plays a little defense. He plays offense here and there. It's on special teams, does a little bit of everything for his team.
And a flag as well, I believe.
Yes, looks like we're going back here. Was that going to be a hold? Yeah, holding 10 yards from the spot or 10 yards back.
That's going to bring this back, it looks like, inside the 20-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like from the spot there. So, got to be 1st and 10 from there, but still, that's not the field position Coach Lucas wants to be starting from.
From the 13-yard line. 3 receivers, the top of your screen, and Gooden running that direction. Good defense
nice
that
play
time.
Right there. Great job right there. Great tackle there by number 30. Just coming in right there. That's Ben London right there. Defensive lineman right there, 6 foot, 210 junior. Just grabbing on, and that's what you need right there. That's that bend but don't break. Hold on there and wait for the boys to come help you out.
Small gain. 2nd down and long. This time the alignment shifts to the left. Gooden, plenty of time. Rolling, flinging it short. It's gobbled up by Martin. 1st down. Jaden Martin slung down at the 36 and a gain of 17 yards.
Martin right there just trying to find an open space right there while his quarterback's just looking, dancing, trying to find someone. 3-man rush right there. Then just before it gets to him, he rolls to right just before it gets to him, finds this wide out right there. He breaks 1 tackle, gets up, and gets past for the 1st down. And Martin's done a great job of that. Just kind of hanging in there, find the open area, just kind of this way, that way.
Here's Martin on the handoff again, spinning back across the 40 to the 42. He'll pick up about 7 yards.
Roden again on the tackle there, but just a little nice handoff right there to the right. Handoff to the right there. Just, it is a turnout block and a block down right there. And next thing you know, just a little fold block there by his guard. And next thing you know, it's 2nd and short.
Good rhythm to this Collins drive. Martin has touched it the last 2 plays as Collins maneuvers their way up the field. Empty set to Gooden. And Gooden to the near side. It's caught by Avion Delaney, and Delaney picks up a 1st down as he slung down at the 49. That's going to be a gain of 9.
I think that's the first time we've called Delaney. He's been his big-time receiver right there, but that's just a quick route out to the out. I think Delaney may have just went like 5-7 yards, or just did a little out route right there. No one's on him. And next thing you know, catches, gets upfield for the 1st down.
And Delaney, 55 grabs coming in, shy of 1,000 yards receiving. Out in the flat, caught again by Delaney, and Delaney very slippery. He'll slide across the 45 to the 43.
Basically the same play right there. You got trips right. 2 receivers go deep. Delaney just does a little out. He's the inside receiver right there. They just find him. Delaney just does a little out. Nobody's on him. Quarterback hits him right there. Gets 7 yards right there. Going to make it 2nd and 3. Nice yards there by Collins.
Good in receiving the play call there. You see Coach Lucas with that towel draped over his left-hand shoulder. Gooden back to throw.
Good pressure. Oh, came inside.
Slings it short of the boundary. Great coverage there by Dixie Heights. That was Morris again bothering the Collins receiver.
Morris has been all over the place right there. Hudson Morris, 6-foot senior right there. Nice. That is picture-perfect coverage right there. Picture-perfect coverage. As you see, quarterback goes, defensive end gives up outside shoulder, makes the quarterback throw quicker, though, and just knocks it down right there by the DB. Good job right there. And we got third down. Huge play for Dixie Heights. Huge play.
Big play for both teams as Collins very likely in 4-down territory.
And they're in trips again. Trips left here. Look for Delaney on the little quick out right there. Nobody goes with him.
There's Gooden design draw. You can see that coming up here. And there's Gooden down the middle of the field. And Cade Gooden in for a score.
Wow. Gooden on a 43-yard touchdown right there. Just a quarterback draw. You know, saw Delaney kind of step out on that trips. Everyone's looking that direction. They've been going that direction. You can see Delaney at the bottom of your screen, the trips guy, the inside guy. Everyone looks that way.
Now that's
we'll get to it in just a second.
Yeah, we'll try to get to that. A replay fail as Gage Miller on for the point after. Wonderfully executed snap. And a 28-14 Collins lead. We'll take a quick timeout. You're watching 5A First Round Live football from Edgewood on Glycod.
This is Woody with Simpsonville Automotive. Hope you're enjoying the game. We're leaders in customer care because we're always on. Free air out front, 24/7. Our gift to the town. It's always on. 6 loaner cars ready for pickup or delivery anytime. After hours, use our drop box or secure pickup boxes anytime. My team gets it done. Simpsonville Automotive. We are leaders in customer care.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Here's the Cade Gooden score as we take one more look. And a Collins 2-touchdown lead.
Yeah, Gooden just sees his team needs a play, and he just comes out and makes a big play for him. Just takes it right down the middle right there. No one's going to catch him. Nice job of blocking right there. The turnout, the fold block by the line right there. And Cade Gooden, the game changer right there. Coach Cody Smith talked about he has to find a way. You know, they've stopped the run. They had to pass. Now they stop the pass and they go back to the run. It's a tough job for a defensive coordinator. And you see why Cade Gooden is one of the top players in this state.
And Gage Miller, a shorter kick. This time in the field of play as it's returned for Dixie Heights and a hard wallop across the 20. That was Henry Waters.
Waters would have run right there. And number 11, the leading tackler in 5A, Isaac Estrada, comes by and lays the wood on number 13 right there, Henry Waters.
Dixie Heights will possess the football to start the second half, and a chance here to string a couple of drives together if they can hang on to it for a while.
Yeah, this will be a huge series for them if they can run some clock here and put points up on the board.
Got 4 receivers to the near side, and Goldsby spun around for a very small gain. That was Clay England involved in that tackle.
That's right. They've got Trey England, number 29, down at the bottom of it. Clay England also on there. And actually, there were more people on defense inside the box right there for Collins because you had 4 receivers out here for Dixie Heights, but you only had 3 guys covering, so you had more people in the box than they were just outnumbered on that play.
Back to throw is Fields, and he's going to fling it short. Great grab by Goldsby. About 1.5 yards short of a first down, and you could just see the arm strength of Fields just to zip it forward.
You see his arm strength on that long slant or long post for a touchdown. You see it right there as well as he's running to the right. Just finds his outlet man right there. Goldsby right there as the pressure got to him. Makes it first down and 10, Dixie Heights.
I thought he was short up here. Will be a first down as Fields back to work on the near side. Zings it forward and incomplete. You had an open receiver in Parks Vonderhaar, and it fell short.
Wide open man right there. Just throws it a touch short right there. Puts a little air on that. He can find Vonderhaar right there. Vonderhaar's going to the end zone right there. Just a touch short. You see him right there. He just throws it just a touch short right there. He throws it just a little deeper. He's got his man open for a touchdown.
Second down at 10. It's Dixie Heights. Spotting Collins, a quick lead, and there's a flag. It looked like one of the Titans might have jumped off sides.
That's Trey England right there. That's younger brother playing defensive end right there. Just jumps. Hard count there by Mason Fields. Going to make it 2nd and 5 right there. That's easy, quick 5 yards right there. Love when that happens as
Joey,
an offensive guy.
I thought the same when I talked to Coach this morning, but they're not related.
Oh, they're not?
They're not related.
Wow.
But I absolutely thought the same.
Oh, so they're not related. I've went through like 4 or 5 games saying the England brothers, and you're thinking that two guys, they got to be related. It's going to be a legal motion right there on Dixie Heights. Not what they wanted right there. After you get an easy 5 for offsides on the defense, then you move a little bit, and now you back to 2nd and 10 right there. So. Just shooting yourself in the foot, but that's news on me. Wow.
It's a 2nd down and 10. As Fields rolling now to the left as Fields. A late deciding slide just shy of the 40, and it'll bring up 3rd down and about 5.
Yeah, Collins just brings the extra man on the outside right there. Makes the quarterback make a decision quick. Decides to go left, finds a little opening. Then slides in there for a few yards there. Make it 3rd and probably about 6, maybe 7 here. But big play here for the Dixie Heights offense.
Both teams 3 timeouts remaining.
Looks like they move more to a zone instead of a man here this time.
And Fields. There's Vonderhaar, his first grab, and Vonderhaar breaks a tackle and picks up a 1st down.
Nice job right there by the quarterback. Good decision right there. He's had that play open at least 3 or 4 times where I've seen him go across there. They went for the deep ball. This time go for the short pass right there. See, Vonderhaar comes right across there. Nobody on, breaks one tackle, what a good receiver does, then gets the 1st down.
And back to live action here down the middle of the side, and it's caught.
Great catch. Great catch right there. Wow, big-time play right there by number 13, Henry Waters. Waters showing he's a player right there. Takes the big hit, keeps his hands on it. 1st down, Dixie Heights. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's a receiver right there. You make that, you're going to expect the big hit. You catch it, keep it moving.
Goldsby out in the flat. He's not the target. Instead, the receiver in the middle of the field is, and a touchdown.
Wow, nice catch. Just goes over the DB right there. You see number 3 right there. Nice job right there. That's Duncan Linville. Linville goes up. Is that number 3?
It is.
Linville with a great catch over there. And I think they had the shorter DB on him. I think they had Joel Watson Rhodes, I think. And I think that's been something that they've seen right there where there's an advantage on that. We'll see that after this extra point.
Very high snap. Niemeyer elevates it up and through.
Offense. I love it.
Let's take another look because you had 2 receivers out. You had Goldsby at the top, and then underneath the receiver Linville for 6.
Steps up, throws it right there. And that's a smaller DB right there. That's Jari Hardy right there. And Hardy's 5'9", but still he can't go up with that receiver right there as he just goes over and catches like a rebound. As he just goes up and grabs it, pulls it in. Great play right there. Nice throw, even better catch. Goes up and get his highest point, touchdown. Right back in the game.
Mason Fields, 3 passing touchdowns tonight. That's 24 on the season.
It's one of those games, and if Dixie Heights can get back on board there and tie this back up, maybe a game where who has the ball last wins the game. Seen 2 prolific offenses, 2 prolific quarterbacks so far, and we've still got 6 minutes to go here in the first half.
Jari Hardy, the deepest for Collins, and he's going to gobble it up at the 13. There's Hardy accelerating across the 30. And great starting field position for Collins at the 33-yard line.
Good coverage right there, but a little squib kick. Didn't have to run too much. The return wasn't that much, but it didn't kick it deep enough. So he picks it up probably about the 12-yard line right there. He just runs a few yards before anyone gets to him, gets past the 30. So you got Collins right here Cade Gooden back on offense again. 4 receivers to his left there. We'll see what's going to happen. And you've got to watch that quarterback. They've got to spy him or something here, because the way after the last run he had, you've just got to. You've got to spy him.
Gooden down that far sideline, and Morris blanket coverage again, forcing the incompletion intended for Jason Hintz.
Hintz started the game, catch. But since then, since the interception, you've had Morris, interception, Morris, knockdown, Morris, blanket coverage again. That's perfect coverage, a slant and go right there. But Morris is not going for it, just knocks it down. Great coverage right there. Hudson Morris, number 4. Big play right there.
Yeah, that interception has just changed the complexion of this game, as Dixie Heights was down 14 at that point.
Yes, they might not want to go to his side anymore.
Back to throw, Gooden. Now this time, evading tacklers. He's going to sling it out of bounds for a forced incompletion. That was a great pressure up the middle by Ben London.
Yeah, London, the defensive end right there. A few times he's run right by him. He needs to break down. This time he does. He breaks down, puts pressure on the quarterback. Even though he doesn't go out of the tackle box, I think he gets this past the line of scrimmage right there. London right there, pushes back, comes back, pressure right there. And he's out of the tackle box, and he does. There's a receiver over there.
Third down and 10.
You hear the crowd here. They're lighting up. 3rd and 10 right here. Big play for Dixie Heights. Bringing 3.
Gooden all day. Rolling to the left, intended for Delaney, and a wonderful catch for a first down.
Is he inbounds? They're going to say yes, he's inbounds. Delaney, big-time player right there. Delaney, he's a baller right there. He's got over 55 catches, close to 900 yards this year. Delaney, Avion Delaney, 5'7" junior right there, big-time player.
And the patience by Gooden.
You see Gooden right there, just looks, and his baller just goes up and gets his a yard inside the hash, the little hash marks right there. So catches it inbounds, first down, move the chains, big time play.
At the 44-yard line, a drive extender, screen set up. It's Hintz on the shuttle screen, and Hintz will pick up about 5 yards to the 50, and that was good coverage against Delaney on that 3rd down play as well.
Yeah, it's great coverage right there, but Delaney just goes up in the air and catches it right there. Hintz right there on the little bubble screen right there. Stopped there by number 23, Gavin Henson, the DB right there, just comes up and stops him right there. So it's going to be 2nd and 5, but no, Delaney, that's a big-time catch right there to move the chains for Collins. They needed that to keep this drive alive.
These are 2 well-coached teams. You can just see that. The fundamentals very strong on defense at times. Back to throw Gooden, and Gooden down the middle, and he's got a target, and it's batted away. Incomplete.
Perfect. Almost perfect coverage there by Henry Waters. Waters times it up just perfectly. I mean, he couldn't have timed it up any better right there. Ball is floating right there. Quarterback drops back, throws a nice dime right over the middle, floater, and just perfect coverage by Henry Waters.
3rd down.
They're dropping 8, bringing 3 right there, but you've got to have somebody spy this quarterback. Got to have somebody spy him. The way he's run the ball, you just got to have somebody stay there, stay right in front of him. Make sure that he doesn't run it.
Got an empty set. As Gooden needs
good spot.
5.
There he is. Oh, I'm going to get him.
And Gooden going to sling it for an incomplete pass. Wonderful pressure. Accelerating was linebacker Levi Gilliland.
Levi Gilliland, one of the top tacklers on this team right here. Gilliland, Coach mentioned him in the comments earlier right there. Gilliland just spies the quarterback right there. As you see, he runs up. As soon as the quarterback comes up, Gilliland runs up to him, gets arms around him, about ready to pull him down. The quarterback just throws it there for out of bounds, incomplete pass. It's going to be 4th. Is it 4th down?
It is.
4th down here. Are they going for it?
They are.
Like Collins is going for it. They're keeping him on the field against Anderson County. They went for it several times on 4th down, made a host of them. Here's a big opportunity for both teams right here. This could be the play of the half here.
Underscore the 5:02 mark, 4th down and 5. As Gooden needing 5. Rolling to the left, driving, first down. Or will they mark it for a first down? The official to the near side gonna mark it short.
What a play right there. Great coverage there by Dixie Heights. Quarterback looking, good and looking. And a play like that, in high school, there's only chains on one side of the field right there. And Gooden does not see where it is. He dives, and I don't know if his foot or his knee or something came short, but something came short of that. He did not make it. Huge play, the 5:02 mark. Mark that down. 4th down and 5. They do not make it. Mason Fields and the guys are right back on the field here. Excellent opportunity here for Dixie Heights to try to tie this ball game up.
From their 46. What an exciting first half. Fields back to throw. Waters on the grab, and he'll go for a couple.
It's going to be Trey England right there. Defensive end right there. Junior right there just flies right over and takes away that 3-on-2 advantage right there. Makes a nice tackle right there. So he's second and about 8 here. Neither teams have used a timeout this half. Got about 4 minutes. I think we're close to about 4:20, 4:18 around here.
Fields back to throw, rolling to the right. Will swerve his way in the field of play, take it just shy of 45. So now you've got 3rd down in about 2.
3rd and 2 there. Mason must have some really nice moves or some real evasive something going on there, because both the linebackers they've just missed him right there. Jaden Martin's missed him that time. Isaac Estrada missed him right there. So he must be more elusive down on the field than what I see up here, but he's just making guys miss.
Needing to. Gilliland breaking a tackle, first down, and ripping off yardage just shy of the 30.
That's a man's run right there. Gilliland just bounced outside there, didn't have much of anybody. He said, "Coach, I'll do it on my own" right there. They just hand it to him right there. He just goes, makes 1 miss, makes 2 miss, 3, runs over another. Next thing you know, great play there by number 63 on defense, and that's going to be Nate Bruce. And here we go, moving the chains again. Offense back on there. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to keep talking there.
2nd down and 5.
Offense is moving quick here.
For Dixie Heights, 2nd down and 5 from the Collins 28.
Got them all bunched inside here. Single coverage out top and below.
And Dixie Heights offense will exhale and take a breath here as they reshuffle the alignment. Leo Wogenstall to the left as the H-back protecting Fields. Throw across the middle and incomplete, and there is a marker.
And that's going against Jari Hardy right there. Receiver just trying to cut inside, and Hardy just bumps him, which you can bump him in high school, but when the ball's in the air, you can't just hold him as he did right there. You see Hardy right there, just grabs him right there as he tries to cut inside. Receiver just doesn't give him opportunity for the ball. First down. That's going to be a pass interference. Where are they going to place this at? They're going to place it inside the red zone, inside the 15. So here we go. We got 251 to go, and Dixie Heights moving the ball again.
2 receivers to the near side. Parks Vonderhaar with some size in the slot at 6'2". Fields back to throw. Gonna roll left and loft it to Vonderhaar.
Nice play right there.
Touchdown.
Woo! That's a nice play right there. Oh, that was awesome. That was awesome. Quarterback just comes up, drops back, comes up to the line of scrimmage, brings both linebackers, brings them both to him. See both linebackers cover the receiver, then he fakes the run. They come to him, just throws it right over the top. And his man right there, Parks Vonderhoff with the touchdown. 18-yard touchdown. Nice play.
Fields spraying the ball around his 3rd different receiver for a score, and we have a tie game as Niemeyer equals the score of 28. Collins and Dixie Heights live tonight from Glycod.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Mason Fields, 4 touchdown passes in this first half. And we're deadlocked at 28.
Mason Fields showing why he's the real deal. 4th and 4 passing. Came in here with over 2,200 yards. I mean, he's just putting on a show here. Putting on a show here for the home folks.
And we'll see what Collins can do here. Still 3 timeouts remaining. A low kick. Estrada gobbles it up at the 30. And Estrada ripping off yardage. And Collins will drop anchor inside the Dixie Heights 50-yard line.
Estrada's had it twice. He's got a feel for it. So now the third time he says, okay, now I know what to do with it. Gets it, runs it right up the middle right there. Gets it past midfield right there. Breaks a few tackles and over the 50. So they're going to be in Dixie Heights territory.
So again, Dixie Heights will possess the football to start the second half. So a very important drive here for Collins. A great starting field position.
Great starting field position. 3 timeouts. Let's see what Coach Lucas is going to do here on offense.
Titans have had a couple of different 14-point leads in this game. This is our first tie of the first half. As Gooden calls his own number, and Gooden going to take a few licks there, so he'll prod for about 3 to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, that's not what the coach wants right there. Looked like a slightly broken play, but yeah, you don't want your quarterback taking shots like that right there. You see Brad Roden and a host of other Dixie Heights Colonels right there just kind of unloading on the quarterback right there. You just don't want that happening. That's not something that Coach Lucas wants.
Jaden Martin, position to the right, and Martin the decoys. Gooden calls his own number again, and a second-level rush should net a first down as Gooden will move the sticks under 2 minutes now in the second quarter.
Little RPO right there. You fake option sweep to the left. Quarterback keeps it to the right. Right there, that's that Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson type of deal there where they just fake it, and they keep it. And gets up there. It's going to be third short.
Third down and very short. Not a favorable spot on that far sideline. We've seen a few of those tonight. Excuse me.
The clock is stopped there. So I think that's in favor of Collins right there. Instead of them having to use any timeouts, the clock's just rolling. But as quick as they score it, they may not need it.
A third down and less than 1. Empty set is Cade Gooden in the shotgun.
An empty set right there. You got to watch 17 doing a little out right there. You also got number 1 down here at the bottom of your screen, hence.
And Martin on the end around, first down as Jaden Martin slides back across the 35. Nice pickup of about 5 yards.
Little jet sweep right there. Martin just outflanks the defense, gets upfield for a first down. And the top tackler for Dixie Heights, Brad Roden, just comes in and makes a nice defensive tackle, but not until after Collins gets a first down. Clock still running, close down to a minute. 4 to the left here. What are they going to do?
3 timeouts left as Gooden back to throw, and he's going to sling it intended for cutting Avion Delaney.
Yeah, 4 to the left there, send everyone deep. Delaney hesitates, delays, tries to come across, but someone's eyeing Delaney right there. Plus pressure on the quarterback. Quarterback has to throw it in the ground. As you watch right here, Delaney hesitates, lineman out looking. Defensive linemen figure it out. They say, hey, they're letting us through. They come back. Nothing there for Collins right there. It's going to be 2nd and 10.
1:01 now in this quarter. The Isaac Estrada lengthy kickoff return set up this drive. There's Delaney in space to the near side, and Delaney squirming for a few yards as he fights across the 25 down to the 23, close to another first down, and we're going to have a Collins timeout.
Got Gavin Henson on a nice tackle there. You saw Duncan Linville trying to strip it right there on a little quick screen out there to the left. Delaney gets what he wants right here. You see Delaney just kind of pops out right there. Nice play right there by number 2 right there trying to strip it right there. And then you see number 23 right there, Henson right there, just Gavin Henson coming in making a play. 51 seconds here. First timeout used by Collins there. So, it's wide open there for Collins. The quarterback run has been good. The jet sweep to Martin has been good. The quick outs there to his main man, number 17, Avion Delaney, has been good. The passes to Hintz were good early. Then number 4, Hudson Morrison, has shut some of that down. They kind of went away from him. You've got him up there on top right now. He's got, that looks like number 7 out there. That looks like Luke Tucker. I'm sorry. Say number 7, Jackson McIntyre.
Second down and 1 for Collins. Empty set here with 51.3 left. Gooden back to throw. Slings it down the far sideline and just out of the reach for an incomplete pass. Great effort by Jason Hintz.
Yeah, Hintz switched sides on that one right there. You say he went away, as I was saying, they had Hudson Morris on the other side. Went away from Morris right there. Decided to go this time against number 9, Jackson Higgins right there. Tried to go there for a little back shoulder there, but to no avail, incomplete. Going to be second and 10 right here.
So the down and distance was not correct on the last play. We apologize for that. We're looking at what we see on the field. So it's second down and 10, and it's caught. Delaney for a few, just shy of the 20.
Nice tackle right there. Delaney on the out right there. Looks like you're going to have to call a timeout again. And did they? Yeah, coach is going to call a timeout there. Going to use a second timeout there. Delaney couldn't get out of bounds. That's nice coverage there by the Colonels on defense.
So third down now and about 5 for this Collins offense. This is well within the range of kicker Gage Miller. He's already succeeded on a 42-yard try this season.
Yeah, Gage Miller, he's top 10 in 5A football. He's 4-5, 80% right there. And he's been in all 10 games, so he's pretty automatic from 40 yards in. And there's no wind tonight.
So you've got third down and 5 here. What's the play call here? Just keeping it in Gooden's hands?
Well, like I said, Hintz, depends on what side of the ball he's on. Hintz is on number 4 side. They're probably not going to throw his side right there. They're probably going to go for their main guy, Avion Delaney. But, Jaden Martin has been really good as well in the backfield. You've got your quarterback. It's wide open for them.
There's Gooden going to roll to his right and fling it to Delaney. A great grab and a first down.
What a touch. What a touch on the throw right there. Right over number 13, Henry Waters right there. First down right there. Gets out of bounds. Delaney comes all the way across the field right there. You see the quarterback bootlegs, comes back. Just lofts a perfect pass right over Waters. Delaney with a catch. Catches it. Gets out of bounds. First down.
First down and goal. Collins, 1 timeout remaining. And an empty set here as the Titans try to take the lead late in the first half. And they're going to get a free 3.5 yards.
Yeah, hard count right there. Number 58. Coach's not going to like that. That's inside Cummings right there. He's right on the ball right there. So coach is really going to be fired up. If Cummings comes out of the game, I can understand that. Right on the ball. The ball doesn't move. He hits the center. Free yardage right there. But you see the talent on this quarterback right there with the touch right there. Just throwing it right over the linebacker. You've seen him run the ball. You've seen him throw the ball.
And we've got some movement here. We've got a
they told on themselves.
False start by Jackson McIntyre, and that's going to be 5 yards in reverse.
Yeah, McIntyre runs down the field. Delaney just kind of pops out. That looked like that was going to be a quarterback draw right there. And it's kind of, if Delaney just keeps going and just lines up out there. But McIntyre ran down the field, so to no avail. They weren't going to fool too many people in that. I think, we almost got it. Then McIntyre runs down the field, so not going to happen. But huge play. First down. really huge set of downs here. This last 27 seconds, huge for both teams. Could tell a lot here.
First and goal from the 9. As Gooden going to roll to the left. Guns it in the end zone and incomplete. He's going to one-hop his intended target. That's Logan Hulsman.
The Hulsman just runs up in the end zone. Looks like he's going to do a post. Does a little comeback there. Quarterback rolling left. Has plenty of time right there. But then just as you watch it right here, he just rolls left. Got plenty of blocking. Throws it on the run. Just one-hops it to his wide out. Give me second down here. As we said, Dixie Heights gets the ball back in the second half. So this is imperative that if you're a Collins fan, that they score, put some points on the board, because the way Dixie Heights has been moving the ball, you may be on the downside if you don't put any points up here come second half.
Gooden in the gun. Rolling. Now moving to the right. He's going to sling it to the boundary. Is that ball caught? Touchdown. Titans.
Nice throw. Way to come back, receiver. That's Avion Delaney right there. And that's what you should do. Your quarterback's looking for you. And really when you're down here, there's no going upfield because there's no place to go upfield. Delaney comes back as you watch the quarterback right here, looking for time, trying to find something. Great coverage right there. Pressure. He throws it, and Delaney comes right back and makes an outstanding catch. And it's touchdown. Collins. Mr. Miller here trying to make it a 7-point game.
Gage Miller 4 of 4 on extra points. Been a well-played and competitive first half. And Miller's kick is up and through.
Miller over his average, 5 points. 5 points here in the first half, and he averages 4 a game on extra points. So, he's 1 point over his average. Like you said, an excellent first half of offense here.
Be right back after this on Glycod.
No one college can be all things to all people, but Bluegrass Community and Technical College is as close as it gets. We're affordable, like you've got a great chance to graduate with little to no debt. Affordable, flexible, with in-person, online, and hybrid programs. And you can easily transfer your credits to continue on to a 4-year university. So while we can't be everything to everyone, we can be a lot of things to you. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
35-28 Collins. Cade Gooden connecting with his target, Avion Delaney. And now Dixie Heights with just 10.6 seconds left in the half. They will have the football to start the second half and what promises to be a very interesting third and fourth quarter.
Very interesting indeed. I'll let this kick go. Will he put it in the end zone? Yes, he will.
And Miller again buries it for a touchback.
And that was just a big-time play. The defense was doing such a great job right there, trying to get pressure on the quarterback. Holden dropping 8 right there. They just couldn't get to Cade Gooden. Gooden just gets by just a little bit, then throws there as Delaney comes back. You can tell those two guys have been playing for a while with each other. And is Coach just going to down it here, or is he going to go for the Hail Mary here? Looks like he's got them all spread out. Looks like he possibly could just be going deep here. Hail Mary try to get something. Still got timeout, so they could throw it up the field and call a timeout.
There's going to be a screen set up for Mason Fields.
Not much there.
Caught by Hudson Morrison. That's going to take us to half.
Mr. Estrada adding on to his tackle tally right there. 5A's leading tackler. And great first half, folks. Great first half. Thought it was going to be a blowout there early, and then next thing you know, thought we might be headed toward our clock run each time. And next thing you know, a big interception there, and game's turned around.
35-28 Collins at the half. We'll have a look at your first half stats. Also start the ticker. We'll take a look at other scores from other games. You're watching KHSAA 5A first round playoff action on Glycod.
Folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Have fun. Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you.
Proud supporters of Oldham County High School's athletics. Robin Lawson and Financial Solutions Incorporated have been recognized over a dozen times as Oldham County's best financial planner. Robin and his team provide individuals and small businesses the tools needed to achieve their financial goals, because they care not just about the result, but also the process. Visit their office in LaGrange at 309 West Jefferson Street, or learn more online at oldhamfinancial.com. Financial Solutions Incorporated. Clarity for your financial future. Are you looking for a realtor to help you buy or sell your property? Then look no further than John Reynolds with Exit Realty Crutcher. John has helped hundreds achieve their goals through buying and selling real estate. Whether you're buying your first home, upgrading to a larger home, or downsizing as an empty nester, John will work with you to help you get where you want to go. For a realtor that has supported the community for over 20 years and who has creative ideas, consistent communication, and dependable results, call John Reynolds with Exit Realty Crutcher at 502-598-8378.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German-American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German-American Bank, building our community together.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Man of War Harley-Davidson, your 100% Kentucky-owned and operated Harley-Davidson motorcycle dealership at 2073 Bryant Road in Lexington.
Welcome back to Dixie Heights High School in Edgewood. A great first half as Collins leads the Colonels 35-28. Chris Labar back live with former U of L Cardinal Joey Hamilton. And this has been some kind of first half. And tip your caps to Dixie Heights, a great comeback.
Dixie Heights, like I said, we all thought, I don't know how much you thought, but the way it was looking, it looked like it was going to be a running clock there. The way Collins just took off and scored 3 touchdowns. Then a huge, huge play right there. Big interception by the defensive back there, number 4, and that's going to be Hudson Morris. Hudson Morris just makes a big play right there. Next thing you know, gives Dixie Heights life right there. Mason Fields comes back, scores twice, and makes it a ball game. And from there, it's just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Both teams showing what they're capable of. Both teams showing why they're offensive juggernauts.
Take one more look at this Morris interception that really, at this point, Collins is leading 14-0 and looking for more here on this long pass.
Yeah, right here, just throws it, and he just gets out in front of the receiver right there, and the receiver has to turn to a DB, and he doesn't. And, on that play right there, the receiver's just got to knock it down as if he's playing defensive back. He doesn't. And next thing you know, the interception just turned the tide, turned the momentum right there.
We'd like to welcome all of you guys in Northern Kentucky for joining us tonight on Glycod, and thank you so much to our corporate partners for presenting this free-to-watch high school athletics programming on Glycod. We ask you to please subscribe to our growing free-to-watch high school athletics platform. It's glycod.com. We'll step aside. We'll have a look at your first half numbers after this pause. Been a great first half. Collins on top of Dixie Heights, 35-28. More coverage coming up in just a moment.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
No one college can be all things to all people, but Bluegrass Community and Technical College is as close as it gets. We're affordable, like you've got a great chance to graduate with little to no debt. Affordable, flexible, with in-person, online, and hybrid programs. And you can easily transfer your credits to continue on to a 4-year university. So while we can't be everything to everyone, we can be a lot of things to you. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Here to hear what's on your mind. Take this time to talk and get it right. You know I'll be there all your life. When you need me, I'll be by your side.
Little everyday conversations about the dangers of underage drinking can make a big difference in a child's life. Talk. They hear you.
For your home and your range, Bad Boy Mowers will tame any terrain with advanced engineering and American-made steel.
Home on the range.
Bad Boy, mow with an attitude.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Cartown Kia in Nicholasville, movement that inspires, and by Carpenter's Local 1650. Build your winning career today.
Take a look at some of your first half numbers in this very competitive first half. In the numbers, Joey, bear out just how close this game is.
Well, you'll get first downs right there, 16-14. Looks like Collins is up right there. The passing yards, now that's 159 there for Collins right there. I'm sorry, for Collins right there, but 187 to 185 for Dixie Heights right there. What I'm looking at is the one interception, which was the huge play right there for Dixie Heights, and then I also looked down there at the penalties. 5 penalties for 48 yards for Collins right there. Everything else is relatively the same. I know it says 334 to 271, but a couple of those touchdowns, Mason Fields and his guys didn't have as far to go. So, and the touchdowns that were by Collins, those were long, big play. So, other than that being 334 to 271, it's relatively been even.
So Cade Gooden through the air, 14 of 25, 175 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. And Mason Fields, 12 of 16, 187, 4 touchdowns.
That stands out as well right there. 12 of 16 right there.
Yeah.
He's only had 4 incompletions. And like I said, they haven't had as far to go. He's only got 187 yards, but in the end result, 4 touchdowns right there. So he's showing he's the real deal as well here.
I'd like to welcome you guys joining us tonight on Glycod. Now a message from Carpenter's Local 1650.
Hi folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. Sometimes when you have a roof leak, you just need a repair. At HKC Roofing, we're experts at finding and fixing leaks. For a free estimate, contact us at roofyourhouse.com.
This is Woody with Simpsonville Automotive. Hope you're enjoying the game. We're leaders in customer care because we're always on. Free air out front, 24/7. Our gift to the town, it's always on. 6 loaner cars ready for pickup or delivery anytime. After hours, use our drop box or secure pickup boxes anytime. My team gets it done. Simpsonville Automotive, we are leaders in customer care.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
Let's get real. You could go to work right after high school, but spend a little time with us and we'll give you a better chance to do more, be more, and earn more. College for the real world. College for your world.
Proud supporters of Oldham County High School's athletics. Robin Lawson and Financial Solutions Incorporated have been recognized over a dozen times as Oldham County's best financial planner. Robin and his team provide individuals and small businesses the tools needed to achieve their financial goals because they care not just about the result, but also the process. Visit their office in LaGrange at 309 West Jefferson Street or learn more online at oldhamfinancial.com. Financial Solutions Incorporated. Clarity for your financial future.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Well, Joey, what do you look for here as both teams continue their halftime discussions in terms of adjustments in the second half?
More offense. Well, you know, it's probably gonna come down to one defensive play by someone. You got Estrada, who's got 10 tackles, a leading tackler in 5A, who's leading his group, and then you got Brad Roden, who's got 6 tackles and leads his group. And one of those guys, or possibly our main man right there, Hudson Morris, may get another interception. Somebody is going to make a defensive play here, which is going to stymie the other one, and that's probably going to be the key to the game there. Like I said, the first couple drives there by Dixie Heights, they were 3 and out. I think they just hadn't found their rhythm, or maybe the guys, you know, like I said, first home game in 5 years, maybe it's getting to them a little bit. But once they got settled in, it's been ball game on. So what it boils down to all the time, tackling and turnovers, blocking and turnovers. You know, it can't have a turnover, got to tackle. Can't have a turnover, got to block and get your guy open, or, you know, for that run or for that completed pass. So that's pretty much what it's going to come down to. Who's going to not turn the ball over? Who's going to make the play? Who's going to not miss the tackle? Who's going to complete the pass?
You'd be hard pressed to find a better opening round matchup that pits 2 outstanding quarterbacks.
I was just kind of noticing that. I was looking through a couple scores there, and I was trying to figure out, and you know, this 2-3 matchup right here is probably the best. Yes. Probably the best in the state, right? You know, I was going through all the scores, looking through everything, and I was like, I hadn't seen a better 2-3 matchup around the Commonwealth here. I was looking, this 2-3 matchup right here, and both teams kind of knew, you know, because, you know, Collins, they could easily be a second place team, or possibly in a first place team right here. And this team right here from Dixie Heights, even though they had a 4-6 record, they played 5 teams that were top 20 in the Commonwealth here in the state. So that's, and I think games like that, you know, do nothing. You know, the score may not have looked right, but that it enhances it and helps them and makes them a tougher ball club, and they find out their weaknesses, and they've shown what they can come through here in this first round game.
Second half is next. 35-28 Collins from Glycod.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable. They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself. This field is so vast. you can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
This is Woody with Simpsonville Automotive. Hope you're enjoying the game. We're leaders in customer care because we're always on. Free air out front 24/7. Our gift to the town. It's always on. 6 loaner cars ready for pickup or delivery anytime. After hours, use our drop box or secure pickup boxes anytime. My team gets it done. Simpsonville Automotive. We are leaders in customer care.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with GlyCod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
Hi folks, Mike Kennedy with HKC Roofing. We've been in the roofing business in this area over 20 years. Don't do business with a company you've never heard of or who claims to be local. When they leave town, their warranty leaves with them. Go with a roofer you can count on for years to come. Go online at roofyourhouse.com or call 502-212-1081. We thank you for your business.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on GlyCod.
Both teams back out on the field, and we will have a second half football action for you here in just a couple of moments. It will be Dixie Heights football. And we haven't talked much about this Dixie Heights program, Joey, but this is a proud, tradition-rich football program up here.
They've been around. I was looking, and I didn't realize, Dixie Heights, they've been to some state championships, and they've done a lot. They've done a lot more than I. I don't really keep up with Northern Kentucky football, but this Dixie Heights team, they
lost to Trinity back in 2014 for the state championship.
Yeah, they lost some games there, and I was just like, I was very impressed. Looking up the resume and things like that. Quarterfinals in '81, '84, and '04. They're 3A and 4A. And then 6A. Then runners up in 2014. And 6A. So now they're moving down to 5A, and coach said it's more competitive there for him. So I'm eager to see what he's going to do here. Like I said, it's his 4th season here. They talked about getting a home game. They're building for the future here. So now they've got their first round home game for the playoff. Now next year I think they're looking for that plus 500 overall record, and still looking for that home game right there. And you've got some solid players right here that they're built on Mason Fields, but then you've got a younger group there that you're looking at. You've got Levi Gillian, you've got Eric Brown. You've got some players here that Parks Vandehar, guys like that. To build your program on. And then, like I said, you got a lot of kids. Got a lot of kids around here in this county that I don't know how it works here, but they may say, hey, those guys are doing what it takes. Those guys are. I don't know how it works here, but I'm sure that within the county you can probably switch schools or change schools if you don't like what's going on, or I don't know how it goes, but if they see what's going on over here, those kids will probably want to be part of Pat Burke's program.
Yeah, what a beautiful stadium as well.
Oh my gosh!
Great hospitality. Thanks so much to Derek Bossy, athletic director of Dixie Heights, for having us our first trip up here, and hopefully more in the future.
It's right here in the neighborhood. You see a couple houses right there. Then you see the baseball field behind us, and just beautiful turf right here. Nice track. The way the stands are. This is just really nice. This plush up here. Here, I guess from Kenton County, correct?
We are
in Kenton County. Yeah, it's right here. Yeah, it's really nice, really nice. You can see a lot, and just see the fans, and you kind of listen to them. There's a lot of pride in this community. A lot of pride.
Gage Miller going to kick it off to start the second half. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, wherever you're watching. A big one tonight. The winner will likely take on Woodford County next week in Versailles, and Miller pounding it through for a touchback.
Miller, Mr. Consistency right there, just putting it in the end zone. Not letting them return that here, but Mason Fields coming out onto the field right here, just Field's just dynamic. He's just, I mean, you know, I'm sure there are a lot of coaches looking at him if he wants to continue his football career. Just doing an outstanding job here tonight.
Fields 12 of 16 for 187 and 4 touchdowns.
That's impressive. That's so impressive.
From the 20, Fields flips it out. Vonderhaar on the grab. Good help defense there by Collins for no gain.
Yeah, right there. Not much of that right there on the short side of the field right there. And that's going to be one of the Englands right there. Not that they're related or anything, but that's number 20. That's number 22 right there. That's not Trey. That's not Trey England. That's going to be Clay England. But they're not related. But the 5'8", 165-pound senior right there, nice tackle.
Second down and 10. Gilliland will pound it between the tackles and drag Estrada for a couple up to the 24-yard line. And we saw how tough he is to bring down on that late drive in the first half.
Yeah, he was just a man amongst boys on that run right there. And right there, dragging Estrada right there to make it third. That's a huge third down play right here for Dixie Heights coming out of halftime. You want to try to get a first down in your first series at least.
From the 24 with 4 on that short side. And Fields going to roll to the meat of the field. Caught Vonderhaar, first down. Or no, it's going to be dislodged for an incomplete pass.
He was wide open right there. It looks like he took his eyes off the ball right there. The ball is up a little bit. He had it, and if you could see his head right there, he kind of gets upfield right there. Then as he getting ready to catch it, he kind of turned his head to look to see where the defender was and just dropped it right there. It's just very unfortunate for Dixie Heights right there because that would have been a huge first down to get the clock rolling. And you don't want to give him the ball. Don't want to give Cade Gooden the guy's ball right here after you just gave a score right before the half.
Mason Fields his third punt. This the best of the lot as it's going to shadow Hardy back to the 40, and Hardy contained and brought down.
Nothing there. Great job there by the punt team right there. Great coverage right there by the Red Hats right there. Nice job to give up nothing. But like I said, very unfortunate for the offense right there that they couldn't keep the ball right. Keep moving and get a first down there. You just have to give the ball right back here to Cade Gooden. Now the defense needs to come up with a tremendous stop right here because you don't want to give up points right away after you come all the way back to tie it up. Then after they score, you know, you get the chance to get the ball right back and you don't put anything on, just giving Cade Gooden another opportunity here.
35-yard punt, and Collins perched at their 41-yard line. Group averaging 32 points per game on offense, and they've already eclipsed that in 2 quarters this evening. Caleb Askew to the left, and
it's incomplete. Incomplete pass. That little toss right there throws me off every time, but I know it's a pass. Incomplete.
Intended for Avion Delaney.
Best thing that could have happened for him.
Second down and 10.
The best thing could happen for him right there, for him to drop that right there. Otherwise, if that was considered a handoff or any type of form of that, that's going to be Dixie Heights football. Big break there for the Collins Titans.
And Gooden going to roll to the left, looking for a block on the edge, and Gooden out close to the marker. Needed about the 48, and it's going to be close to a first down.
That was a big white wall there, you know, and those powder blue and white black helmets right there. Just a big wall there for him. He just had no one there out there. He just escapes and gets out of bounds after he gets the first down.
Well, it's third down and just a little short, it looks like, from the 50.
So they say stepped out. I thought he had the first down there. He just stepped out short.
Third down in a full yard as.
So that's twice now he's come up short. Came up short on the fourth down and came up short on this third down here.
Delaney on the near side blocking for Gooden. First down as Gooden second level rush down at the Dixie Heights 35-yard line and a scamper of 15 yards.
Yeah, Gooden right there has trips to the right there. Just kind of, he's got Avion Delaney right there reaching out there. Just kind of rolls to the right there and just has big number 53 out there giving him a good block. That's going to be Wyatt Butler, and he just gets upfield and gets the first down, doing what he needs to do for his team.
We've got an injured Dixie Heights student athlete. We'll step aside. First down and 10. Collins coming up. You're watching 5th A first round action live tonight on Glycon.
Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. Sometimes when you have a roof leak, you just need a repair. At HKC Roofing, we're experts at finding and fixing leaks. For a free estimate, contact us at roofyourhouse.com.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Henry Waters, the injured Dixie Heights student athlete, is he'll trot off under his own power. First down and 10, Collins.
Looks like he got a little stinger there, just popped up. Just needed a moment to get it all back together there. Now he's ready to jogs it off. Very happy for that.
From the 35-yard line, with 3 receivers to the top, and Jason Hintz alone to the bottom, and Gooden rolling left. Gooden slings it in the end zone looking for Delaney, and it's short and incomplete.
Yeah, not much room. Didn't give Delaney any opportunity there to catch the ball. Do it there, but Delaney was already almost out of bounds there. Good coverage there by the defense. Good job there. Good job there by the Red Hats right there. Just good coverage all the way around. Got to get somebody there to spy on that quarterback, though. Can't give him that much room. Just can't give him that much room at all.
Second down and 10 with 10:09 left in this third quarter.
Big play here for Dixie Heights defensively. That 3-4 defense.
There's Martin now in motion. And Martin, the recipient on that screen pass.
Nice job. Oh, got to wrap up.
Spinning through contact to the 33-yard line.
Good job by the defense as a whole, though. Got to wrap up there. It'd be a loss, but still going to be 3rd and long here. Nice play. See Martin just flares out there to the left right there. Opportunity right there, but just spins off number 7 right there, Luke Tucker, but the rest of the Red Hats just come over there and take care of their guy, make up for his miss right there. And going to be 3rd and long here.
From the Dixie Heights 33-yard line. Delaney and Martin shuffle. And Gooden, the orchestrator. Design draw. You can see that coming up top, and he's short of a first down.
Nice job there by the defense right there. Luke Tucker and the guys spying him right there. Collins just trying to spread everyone out there, just goes a no-back set, just trying to run everybody out of the middle. And next thing you know, they're just trying to make room. As you see, they just try to make room for him, but the linebackers right there stay right in the middle, make a nice tackle. Be a big 4th down play right here.
4th down and a long one. From the Dixie Heights 28-yard line. Good, needing a full yard, and he's going to get the first down.
Tough break right there for Dixie Heights right there. They blitz the linebacker outside in the C gap right there. Outside the tackle right there, and Gooden just cuts up inside in the B gap. Watch right here. The linebacker blitzes out. Gooden cuts up inside, gets the first down right there. First down, Titans off the 4th down play.
Was Jaden Martin also involved leading that rushing attack?
And he's a beast right there on that lead block for him.
Jaden, 6'1", 175 senior. On the cusp of the Dixie Heights red zone is Gooden. Out in the flat to Delaney, a little too high.
Yeah, quarterback didn't set his feet right there, just kind of threw on the run and threw it over Delaney, and 9 times out of 10, usually Delaney catches those, but that time he missed it. See the quarterback just backs up, Delaney looking, just kind of throws on the fly. Delaney just missed a little bit right there. A couple Red Hats over there waiting to make a play anyway. It's going to be 2nd down. 2nd and 10 here. Going to that no-back set again.
Got Jason Hintz there at the bottom right. Gooden back to throw across the middle. Delaney wide open. Touchdown.
Yeah, just lobs it. Cade Gooden just lobs it. Just nice touch right there, the football right there. Just I don't even know what to say on that. That's so pretty right there. Nice 23-yard touchdown pass right there. Just lobs it right over the middle, and you know he's got him beat one-on-one coverage right there. Not many people can hang with Delaney right there, and Delaney just makes a great catch. Nice throw, nice catch, touchdown right there.
That will equal, if this PAT goes through for Miller Collins, high watermark lead of the evening. They've led now by 14 points on the third occasion in a 42-28 Collins lead. You're watching Central Kentucky High School football. More coverage right after this.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
You have fun. Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
42-28 Collins with 8:11 remaining in this third quarter. Winner will take on Woodford County next Friday in Versailles. Woodford County at last look leading Boone County at the half 40-0. This is a Woodford County team in which Collins is quite familiar with, having played in early October.
Yeah, Cade Gooden got a good half in there, led his team, and then second half, that Woodford team just came out a different team the second half.
And Miller, a long kick in for another touchback.
And actually, that game was a lot closer than what most people saw with the final score, because Collins came down about 3 or 4 times and just had some penalties there after they got in the red zone right there, just kind of shot himself in the foot right there. But so it was a lot closer than what the final score was there. But we're back to this one, a huge series here for Dixie Heights. Don't really need a 3 and out here. Let's see what they got going here. Last time they came into the short side of the field here. See what they're going to do this time.
Very important drive here for the Colonels. That's Waters. Good to see him back out there after that injury, and he'll be upended for a moderate gain.
The Waters in there. And when you go to the short side like that on the quick screen, you may not have enough defenders, but basically the sideline is an extra defender for you, so there's no place for them to run right there. So even though they're shorter defenders, they use that sideline as an extra defender, and you're just almost got no room.
Now Fields on 2nd and long. Steers it across the middle, nearly picked off. Hardy sniffing that one out, and it's incomplete.
They're right there waiting on it right there. You got 4 receivers out. You got Vanderhaar coming across the middle there. Then you got number 13. You got your other receiver right there coming. Next thing you know, is he's looking for it. Henry Waters looking for it, and just incomplete right there.
That was Jari Hardy with a beat on that.
Yeah, Hardy was right there. He didn't even move right there. I think he didn't anticipate that, because usually Hardy had been following Parks across the field.
3rd down and 9, 7:40, third quarter. Collins led by 7 at half. Rolling. And a strike thrown and caught, but short of a first down.
Looks like he couldn't get off the defender right there. Just tried to make a move and thought if he had just caught it and pushed upfield here, but it looks like we're 4 down territory.
Marks Vanderhaar full yard short on forward progress, and Dixie Heights going to go here, 4th and 1.
Big play right here. If you want to come this way now, this time, you want to put players this way. You have more space, but instead of going to the short side of the boundary.
There's Mason Fields in the shotgun. The play of the night thus far at the 6:55 mark, and it's going to cost Dixie Heights a timeout.
Yeah, smart play right there. You feel unsure. You want to go to your playbook, talk it over with your quarterback, talk it over with your offense coordinator, kind of find the play that you all like, find the one that you all feel really good about so you can get this first down. You really need to get this first down, 4th and 1.
For partnership opportunities on our free-to-watch high school athletics platform, please email info@glycod.com. And please subscribe to our YouTube channel, glycod.com. Proud to present free-to-watch high school athletics in both Kentucky and Southern Indiana. So what do you draw up here on 4th down and 1, and what is a really important play call?
Well, that over route has been open every time. It just, and they haven't went for it because it's only a few yards, but you only need a few yards this time. So the run is not done very well.
Design draw, Fields needing one. And he's going to get a tush push, and looks like he's going to pick up a first down.
And he's got it right there. But if they were going to hand that off, that was going to be to no avail, because each time they've handed it off, he's almost got nothing. And you can see the quick pressure that came in right there. But good job by the quarterback to evade it and go right and then get the first down and get a little help. And they really needed that. Dixie Heights really needed that first down to keep the clock moving and keep the yards, keep the chains moving.
And Fields on 1st and 10, recycling of downs. Oh, my, Goldsby!
Sweet!
Nishan Goldsby going to go in from 68 yards.
Wow, that was right on time, right on target. Man, that was like a primetime commercial. That was a highlight made to be waiting right there. He just drops right back right there. Good job by the O-line right there. Throws a nice dime over the top. And he catches that right in stride right there. Nishan Goldsby. Nice catch right there. Just dances in the end zone right there with those orange shoes right there. Everybody sees that. That's a big-time play right there. That's what Dixie Heights really needed that.
And that's going to set the all-time school record for most passing yards in one season.
If you're going to set a record, why not have a prettier play than that?
42-35. Now this from HKC Roofing on Glycod.
Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. Sometimes when you have a roof leak, you just need a repair. At HKC Roofing, we're experts at finding and fixing leaks. For a free estimate, contact us at roofyourhouse.com.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
42-35. Collins.
Wow, that's one of the prettier plays I've seen all year right there. He just dropped back right over 2 defenders right there, catches it right in stride. Nishan Goldsby. Nice catch right there. That was sweet. That was a nice play right there. I have to say that was one of the prettier plays I've seen all year long.
And it comes after that tough 2-yard run on 4th and 1 by Fields.
And once again, the quarterback gives his team what they need.
It's going to be a squib kick to the left, and Collins going to get advantageous field position again. That was Dale across the 35. What went wrong here on the Titans defense, Joey?
Well, not enough pressure right there, and he just overran everybody. Just the same way on the touchdown earlier, they just run the deep post right there, and the defenders are short, and the quarterback has such a strong arm, he throws it over the top, and there's nobody there. It says touchdown. That's an easy pitch and catch right there. Like I said, everything's long, and all he needs is time. And he got a little time on that, throws it over the top, and when he's had time to throw it over the top, you've seen the results. Touchdown each time.
So now Dixie Heights will volley the ball back in Collins' court. We've got an eternity left in this game, and what has been a high-scoring affair, to put it mildly. Across the middle, there's another open target. That's Hulsman. First time we've called his name in a while. Logan Hulsman, a chunk gain to the 40.
Yeah, it's a little crisscross trap pass action right there. Fake to the first guy, second guy, fake it to him. He goes out into the flat, and as everyone runs to him, Hulsman runs right in behind the linebackers, and the quarterback hits him right there. And Coach Burke has seen enough of that right there. He's calling a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments right there. And, that's a tough play right there for a linebacker. You see that run action right there, and the quarterback has run it, so you're running up. And as soon as you run up, they throw it right in behind you, and they've got a multiply of weapons here. Cade Gooden, he's got Jason Hintz, he's got a Davion Dale, he's got Jaden Martin. He's got a plethora of guys right there. He's got number 13 Logan Hulsman right there. He's got a lot of guys out there he can throw it to, and all he needs is a little time right there. Of course, you got Avion Delaney. Right. So, it's pick your poison right there. With all these guys going this way and that way, and that was that time they had two backs back there, so that's been a different look. You know, the rest of the times they had one back there with two backs back there. You know, brings those linebackers up. That's more of a traditional look. They had to be a little more honest, and next thing you know, Hughesman just runs in right behind him, makes a nice catch right there. First down and 10 for Collins as they cross midfield.
Well, I think the greater issue is Dixie Heights now only has one timeout left in this game.
Yeah, that's going to be huge. You know, Coach had to burn one earlier, and now he burns one here to try to see what they can do. So
there's Dale springing it outside, and a shoestring tackle at the 35-yard line. So a Davion Dale on the tote.
Dale bounces inside, then bounces out right there. And nice job there by the Red Hats right there to make that play. That's a nice tackle right there. That's your safety out there coming up making a play right there. When your safeties make plays, when they come up and make plays like that, it's not too much of a great day for you when your safeties have to make
second down and a nickel for Collins under 6 minutes in this third. Good pressure around the edge, and the right tackle, Butler, got beat, and there's a sack.
And there you go, number 30 right there. He's been around Ben London. He's been around him all night long, and a few times he's ran by it right there, and that time London does not run by him right there, and he makes a great tackle, stays shouldered for you young kids out there. Look, he doesn't go deeper than the quarterback. His inside shoulder stays right there with the quarterback. It doesn't go deeper than him. Keeps him right on the level plane right there. It makes a nice sack right there. Adds his totals.
Loss of 9. And a big third down for Collins. Third down and 14. The Dixie Heights 43 first sack for either team in this game.
Yeah, that's London's second sack this season.
Gooden rolling to the right. He's behind the line of scrimmage still, and he's going to fling it to Dale that releases, and a wonderful catch by Dale.
That's my ball. That's what Dale went up that time and said, that's my ball. He went and grabbed it from the defender right there. That's a big-time play right there. That's a great job by the quarterback right there to give time, scramble to the right, to go forward, and he just goes up. And it's great coverage right there. Great job by number 4. You got 4-on-4 right there. You got Hudson Morris, number 4, but still, Davion Dale with a great catch right there. Moves the chains.
On the cusp of the Dixie Heights red zone, and that was the 3rd and 14 conversion. There's Hunter with his second carry. Not much.
No, sir. That's what the defense says right there. There's Adrian Arana. Arana with a nice tackle right there. Number 24 says, no, sir. Right there is good job right there. No yards right there. They need a little more of that right there. He comes in right behind both the pullers right there. You pulled your left guard, right guard, right tackle. They're going left right there, and Arana comes in right behind him, makes a nice play.
Second down and 9. Gooden rolling to the left. He's going to zing it short of the stick, and it's incomplete. Great coverage out there as Dixie Heights had a plus defender, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, it had a safety or outside linebacker coming up, and the defender, the defensive back come up, but the wideout slips out there. He goes out there, goes upfield, stops, slips, and that one little hesitation right there gave the defensive back advantage right there to try to get back on the ball right there. And so incomplete pass right here. And another huge third down here for this Dixie Heights defense.
And again, this is well within Gage Miller's range, so perhaps that goes into the equation to try to go up 2 scores. 3rd and long. Flinging to Delaney. Great catch, and Delaney reels it in inside the 5.
The over route is going to get him every time right there. Nice fake on the toss sweep right. Quarterback bootlegs left. Watch this. Nice fake toss right there, bootlegs, and Delaney's coming on the over route. You got your outside receiver driving off the deep defender. Quarterback just puts it right in the breadbasket. First down, Collins.
2 lengthy third down conversions on this drive, and the Collins dropping anchor inside the Dixie Heights 5. Trying to go up 2 scores. Gooden. Second contact, lunges close to the goal line. He'll be marked short.
Yeah, it seems like when it gets a little damp up here, it gets a kind of slick or slippery or however you want to say that, but looks like guys are just kind of sliding all over. As I'm saying, slick, slippery, slithery. But number 6 right there, Brad Roden just kind of slides right by right there and can't get to the quarterback before he can get down to the 1.
Gooden lunging again, this time a touchdown.
Yeah, lunging is what we're going to call that, but he's just too big, too strong right there. And that offensive line just giving him a seam right there. There's not much the defense can do with that right there. He's just too big, and he's got number 0 right there. He's got Jaden Martin right there leading right there. So there's just not much anybody's going to do with that.
On for the point after as Gage Miller, 6 of 6. He's batting 1,000 tonight.
Yeah, he's been on fire.
Perfect snap, and the hold well executed, and Collins back on top again, 49-35. We'll step aside. More coverage after this pause. You're watching Glycod.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Have fun. Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
49-35. 2:57 in this third quarter.
Kate Gooden just putting on a show. Mason Fields just putting on a show. What an excellent, excellent offensive arsenal tonight by both teams.
And Miller deep again for a touchback.
Defensive coordinators on both sides are probably pulling their hair out, going, what do I do? What can I do?
With Collins 49 points tonight, that equals a season high. Scored the same amount in their opening season win way back in August versus Lafayette. And Dixie Heights, one of the things also, Joey, going against them tonight, they've been backed up with field position. The kickoffs by Miller have been a big part of this game.
It's been huge. Under some of their scores there, they didn't have too far to go, but here early, like the first couple series, we'll let this play roll.
Here's the handoff. Gilliland plucks his way up the near sideline, close to a first down, and it will be.
Nice house sweep right there. I'm sorry, I didn't want to cut you off there, Chris. Yeah, nice house sweep there. Just got trips there to the left there, and just give it to him, and everyone just seals, and you got more men than they've got, and you just good back makes one miss, and next thing you know, got positive yardage.
There's Fields on 1st and 10. He's looking for Goldsby. Oh, my. How about that play, Nishan Goldsby?
Wow. Wow. Goldsby. Nishan Goldsby. Remember that name. Nishan Goldsby. He was top 25A in receiving coming into the game. That's going to probably put him 15 or top 10 right there, the way he's catching the ball right there. Nishan Goldsby said, remember my name. But somebody's got to put it there, and his name is Mason Fields. Good job there by the Dixie Heights offense to come right back and make it a ball game, to put them within 7.
It's a 2-play, 80-yard drive, and Easton Niemeyer brings it back to 7. Let's take one more look at the pass, and you can just see the arm strength, Joey, of Fields. He just flicks it forward.
No effort right there. Drops back, 1, 2, 3, let it go. Pump fakes a little bit, lets it go right there. And there's the defensive back just doesn't have a chance. He just runs right by him. And Goldsby, he just has speed. Nishan just has speed, so they found a mismatch out there, and they've let him run by twice now. This is him running by the DB. So now you've got to get that defense. They've had 2 huge third downs. 2 huge third downs that if they could just hold right there, they might get an opportunity to get the ball back. But, that's hard to say when you got number 3 on the other side of the ball right there. Cade Gooden You know, he's got to be a Mr. Kentucky football candidate next year. You know, the way he's put on a show here. I mean, what do you say?
Niemeyer. Live football. That's Estrada who gobbles it up, and he'll be brought down at the 32. That's 13 combined touchdowns in this game.
It's just I have a big, you know, all these offensive guys just have big grins on their face like, man, this is great. This is great. This is good football. It's almost like good backyard football, you know. You score, I'm going to score. You can't stop me. It's one of those things like, you can't hold me. You know, I can see the guys in the yard on a Saturday morning sitting there talking to him saying, you can't hold me. Every time you can't stop me. Blah, 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 blah. You can't stop me, but somebody's got to make a stop here for Dixie Heights.
Out in the flat, that's Delaney.
Nice
and
play.
He'll pick up about 6 to the 37-yard line.
That's a nice job there by the Dixie Heights team right there. You know, it's not a big play. It's 6 yards, but it's not a big play, and that's what they've been getting with the big plays. That's what's hurt them tonight. If they can just hold here, just hold. You got a shot.
The 37, empty set for Gooden on 2nd down and 5. It's flipped forward a little bit. Nice catch over there on the corner. That's Jason Hintz.
Hintz with a nice catch right there. Coach Lucas says he's going to try to go a little ball control here, run some clock here. Just kind of like catch it, just throw the quick screen to Hintz. Try to get a block, but 3 red hats right over there to make a play.
Collins connecting on their last 2 third downs. This one much shorter, needing to, and powering forward is good, and we'll see where they mark it.
Looks short right there. Depends on where they spot it at, but he's short right there.
Well, Jerry Lucas decided to do here on 4th down and 1. Backed up inside your 45.
He's going for it.
Okay.
I've seen Coach go for it. Coach going for this.
Big play call here. Here's Jaden Martin and Cade Gooden as the Collins coaching staff confidently signals in the play. There's Gooden needing one. And he looks short from here. The second effort, we'll see where they mark this.
His forward progress going to be about 1.5 yards forward there, so it's forward progress. They did hit him behind, but forward progress, he got past the sticks, or got the yard and a half he needed there. So as you watch it right here, he goes and gets just enough to the 43-yard line, and that's all he really needed to do. Got that first down. Good job there by the defense. They're just about 0.5 yard short. Here comes the blitz on the outside.
There's Gooden back to throw through the fog, looking for Hintz. Hintz at the peak of his leap, down at the 25-yard line, and a pickup of 32 yards.
This is Eric Coryell. This is old school San Diego Charger football. For those that don't remember, they throw it up every play. And I'm sure some of you Northern Kentucky people remember that because the Cincinnati Bengals beat them to go to the Super Bowl in the freezing cold.
81.
That's right.
1st and 10.
Remember that one.
Gooden rolling, looking for his man in the end zone. Incomplete for Hintz again as we dial up that splendid play through the fog. No doubt.
Yeah, he just drops back right there, steps up, beats the blitz, throws it up, and Hintz just goes up and grabs it right there. Defensive back just 0.5 yard short right there. It's that Eric Coryell defense is putting it up, but we up here in Northern Kentucky, we know, us Bengal fans, we know what's up.
2nd down and 10. 11.8 in this 3rd quarter. Gooden faked the handoff, and he's going to power forward again. He's slung down. That's Bray Brisket, the safety. A couple yards short of a first down, and that's going to take us to the 4th. Collins leading Dixie Heights in a gem of a first-round matchup, 49-42. Stay close. More coverage from Edgewood after this pause from Glycod.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Oldham County today.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Back to Dixie Heights High School to start quarter 4. A great matchup.
So is that fog or is that from the fireworks? It looks like the fog is coming down in there. And,
a little foggy.
Yeah, got a little Chicago Bears, Philadelphia Eagles fog game going on right here. I'm sorry to hit the Wayback Machine at y'all. Some of y'all remember that. That's when the Bears are playing Randall Cunningham and the boys in the fog game. That was absolutely crazy. Couldn't see anything in front of you. I don't know how they played that game, but that fog bowl.
So 3rd down and 4. Collins possessing the ball inside the Dixie Heights red zone.
2-down territory. Obviously, Coach Lucas going to go for it on 4th down here. He's got a kicker in Gage Miller, but looks like he's gone for it every time on 4th down when he's had the opportunity. But it's 3rd down right here. Dixie Heights needs to make this stop first.
There's Gooden in the shotgun empty set. You've got 3 receivers, including Hintz to the near side. And now Delaney in motion. Is Gooden rolling to the left, now darts it back inside, and he'll be short of a 1st down, and that's going to leave 4th down and about 2.
Nice job right there by the defense right there. The 2 linebackers in there just kind of reading. This time, now you got 3 guys rushing. You got the 2 inside linebackers. They're just kind of waiting. They backed up a little bit. Nice job there jamming. Delaney trying to come across the middle, which ruined the route there, which made the quarterback have to run, and a nice job by the defense making the tackle.
4-down territory. Collins converting on 4th and 1 on the preceding drive. And Gooden going to keep it in his hands as he rolls right, needs to. Gooden slings it to the boundary.
Incomplete.
It is intended for Delaney.
Big play right there. Nice job there by the Dixie Heights defense right there. Gooden rolling right. Looking for his guy. Doesn't give him enough room out there to catch the ball. So you watch it right here. Rolling right. The receiver goes down, tries to turn back, doesn't give enough room. Good job there. He's throwing in the area of Hudson Morris. I wouldn't throw in his area. I'd go the other side of the field. He throws in Hudson Morris' area, incomplete pass. Now Dixie Heights has a chance. Mason Fields, they have a chance to try to come back and tie it up here after being down by 14 again this half.
Dixie Heights on the last drive, 2 plays, 80 yards. This time they'll have it at their own 16 on 1st and 10. Fields rolling to the right, and he's going to flip it forward. 1st down, Goldsby at the 35, a pickup of 17 yards.
Goldsby's been his man right there. Goldsby just going out doing the wheel route, well, then stops short, comes back, gives his quarterback room right there. Nice strong arm there by Mason Fields right there, throwing that ball. 1st down, Dixie Heights.
Here's Gilliland between the tackles. He'll try to do some dirty work, pick up about 2 yards.
Yeah, Gilliland just trying to keep them honest right there on the run play. And number 11, Estrada, adds his totals right there. Just comes up, makes a nice tackle right there, trying to keep them honest right there, but that's not working when you got 3 guys out there and only 2 defenders. They got more in the boxing. This time they got 4 out there.
2nd down and long. Empty set as Fields to the near side. Has some company. Backside pursuit. Sack.
Oh, nice job. Good backside pursuit there.
It's Brody Haggard with a big sack for Collins.
Another junior there. You got plenty of juniors on this Collins team, and Haggard right there coming in from the backside, making a nice sack right there. Watch this right here. Haggard just looking. And we're back to live action here. I'm sorry.
The 3rd down and long with 10 minutes, now less than that remaining. The winner gets Woodford County next Friday in Versailles. Back to throw Fields. Gonna zing it across. And what do we have? It's incomplete.
We're calling that incomplete.
The
Looks
ball
like
dislodged by Jaden Martin.
Martin just kind of knocked it out right there. That's a bang-bang play right there. You couldn't really tell right there if he got there before the ball got there, but that's just one of those tough plays to call right there. You know, a bang-bang play right there. It's hard for the official to make that kind of call, and obviously the back judge saw the ball hit the ground right there, so smart play right here because you don't want to give Collins the ball down here deep. Hopefully your defense, the way they've been playing, they've been holding them to 3rd and 4th down the last few series, so if they can hold again here and get the ball back.
For the 4th time, Fields will punt this a high.
Nice punt.
Retreating kick is Hardy. Did he touch it? He says no. It's going to be down at the 12-yard line. And Collins with a lengthy hill to climb as they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
And those plays like that always have the fans going crazy right there because you never really know. And there's only one person that knows if you touch the ball or not, and that's the ball carrier. I've seen, we don't have that super slow-mo right there, but, it looks like he's like pulls his hands back. I don't think he did, but man, that leaves a conversation for debate right there.
Yeah, we certainly don't have the technology here to get a better look than that. And a lot of times you look, does the ball have a different trajectory? And
exactly,
really hard to tell up here.
Yeah, it just came down, and once it hit the ground, did its typical oblong bounce that way. But you don't see the ball going left or right or any kind of direction as it hits the ground right there. It looks like it just comes straight down. So, but on the flip side of that, what a whale of a punt. He's got him inside the 10-yard line. A whale of a punt there by Mr. Fields right there. He's been Mr. Everything right there. He's punting the ball, he's throwing the ball, he's running the ball right here. Now, if they can hold Collins down here and make a big stop right here, they got an opportunity.
So Collins backed up inside their 10. Gooden back to throw. There's the security valve, Hintz, and Hintz parading up the near sideline. He'll pick up about 8 to the 14-yard line.
Those defensive ends, they just rush straight up field, and the quarterback just makes it easy. I'll step up in front of that. You got to, if you're going to do that, you got to come, but you can't go deeper than the football. You got to hold your inside shoulder, go right at the quarterback right there. So if he does step up, you can slide right off and make a tackle, but they're just going right up field, and it's just easy pickings for Gooden.
Here's the flip around the edge. It's Dale looking for daylight, and Dale,
nice job,
rammed from behind. He's going to pick up a first down, and that's going to continue this drive for Collins.
Yeah, nice run there by Dale, but Levi Gillen right there with a nice open field tackle right there. Just comes up and makes the play right there. Watch Gillen slide over, just comes up. Good linebacker play right there. Nice tackle, but Dale already has the first down by then. So you're going to come back here, try to hold him again, 4 downs.
First down at 10 inside the 15 is Gooden up in the pocket, and Gooden lunging a forward gain of about 3 to the 19-yard line. And we're starting to see this front from Dixie exert some pressure.
Yeah, 3-man front, but you see number 30, the end right there. He's getting upfield right there. That's going to be their man, Ben London. He's getting upfield right there. Good pressure in the middle right there. And then on the other side, you got number 7, Luke Tucker right there pressing up right there. Then you got your linebackers. They're not going too deep. That's the open spot right behind the linebackers, so you got to watch that area.
Here's Martin to the near side. He's forced back inside. Tucker, a great play to stay at home.
Nice job there, Luke Tucker. That's how you play defense right there. You sit there, square your shoulders right there, hold in, make him go inside. The rest of the guys make a nice play right there. Good job by the defense of Dixie Heights right there. Watch right there, squares his feet right there, nice play. Then the rest of the guys come in. Big play right here for Collins. Even bigger play for Dixie Heights.
Collins has had so much success on 3rd and 4th down on the last 2 drives. They've got to do it again as we tiptoe under 8 minutes left. Titans have never trailed tonight. Back to throw, Gooden on 3rd and 5. Caught! Jason Hintz back. What's the decision? Oh,
incomplete
okay.
Pass. Wow. And it looked incomplete. Looked like it was short right there. I think it one bounce right there. I mean, from here it did. The referee's closer. The ball was thrown on the side of Dixie Heights, so of course they're going to scream at the official there for a 1 hop right there. But You know, he just throws it right there. It just looks like, I think when it bounced when he hit the ground. When he hit the ground, it hit the ground and he came underneath. So, big 4th down. We got a punt right here. It looks like Gooden has a cramp. Looks like he has a cramp right there. He's grabbing his toe. Looks like he might have a cramp right there, but Newellville, you got a punt right here. So, Dixie Heights, they've got a chance.
7:46 left. Collins on to punt. It's Gage Miller, an exemplary kicker. And that one may have been deflected as Miller able to get it out of dodge. It's going to trickle inside the Colonel's 35 and roll on down to the 33-yard line.
That's switching the field right there. Kicking game.
45-yard punt.
Gage Miller switching the field, doing what he does best. Almost got it blocked there, but almost doesn't count in this game. You got to do it or you don't. And it didn't happen, so nice punt there. Switching the field. Dixie Heights Colonels. Mason
7:35.
Fields. What's he going to do? What's he going to do? I'm excited. I'm excited about this. This is fun. This is good stuff. Folks, you're watching the best 2-3 matchup in the state of Kentucky right now.
Thanks so much for joining us on Glycod. 1st down and 10. That's Gilliland powering his way to the second level, dragging Titans. 1st down at the 49 and a blast of 19 yards.
It looks like John Riggins right there running the ball in the Super Bowl against the Dolphins right there. That last 2 or 3 yards right there, just blasting his way. Nice run.
1st down and 10. Back to throw, Fields all day. He's looking for Goldsby. Incomplete as Goldsby had a stride or two on safety, Noah Wade.
Goldsby just running right by him again. Goldsby a step, 2, 3 steps. Quarterback just leads him just a little bit. Just put a little more air under that, and you could the collective breath of this whole sideline. You could hear that right there, but just a step or two there. But comes back 2nd down. Here we go.
There's Gilliland again. Good defense by the Collins front. Perhaps a yard or two. And now you've got 3rd down and long.
Yeah, Brody Haggart right there just wrapping up right there. Hanging on. A couple of defenders getting right there. So big play. Here we go again.
Dixie Heights.
Oh.
That's a free 5 defensive end. Trey England a bit overzealous.
Yeah, Trey England. That's twice tonight right there. Junior defensive end right there. Twice he's jumped now. A little hard count got him right there. And Goldsby coming back in the game. Looks like Levi Gillen coming out of the game right there. So
3rd down and 4, under 7. Fields in the shotgun. 3-man rush. Zings it across, and Estrada deflects it for an incomplete pass as that ball seemed like an eternity that it was up in the air.
Yeah, just gotta let the receiver just cross his face right there. He's open right there, but as he's coming across, just gotta let him get open just a little more right there. And Henry Waters right there, just let him cross the linebacker's path, then it's gonna be wide open. Just quarterback got a little impatient on that.
4th down and 4. The crowd beneath us imploring the Colonel's offense. Needing 4. Fields. Incomplete. Trying to find Waters and Collins D.
Didn't give him a chance right there. Held the back in there that time for a little more blocking right there. I thought they were going to slide him out right there. And just tough right there. Tough right there. Giving Cade Gooden and the boys a chance, but Gooden looked like he had a cramp there earlier, so they're gathering up right there. Coach making the call right there.
You go back to that pass to Nishan Goldsby that was open.
Oh my gosh,
just a tad overthrown.
Just inches right there. It's a game of inches. Like I said, it's the game of you either do or you don't. It's not an almost or almost got there or almost not. You got to do it or you don't, but Gooden's back in there.
Can Collins' offense put this away? Martin on the inside handoff. There's a flag behind the play as Martin slung to the ground for 3.
Yeah, one of the few of those we've seen today. A little cross trap action right there. Faked it one back, give it back to Martin. Martin gets it, but it looks like we're going to have a hold. I don't know if that's going to be a spot foul right there, so we'll move it back. from the line of scrimmage or from the spot, basically relative to the same thing right there. So it looks like it's 1st and 20.
Well, keep in mind, Dixie Heights had to burn 2 early timeouts, leaving them with only 1.
Yeah, that hurt right there. I know Coach made that adjustment on defense, but whatever adjustment was, he's held them to no points here of late, so just got to try to get the ball back again.
First down and 20. Collins at their 33. Cade Gooden back to throw. Martin, nice grab and go, and a wonderful catch. Only about a 7-yard gain, but the ball hand skills by Jaden Martin.
It shows they got a lot of talent on this team right here. Guys, they probably work on this those guys probably work on this every day right there. Get out there and do a little pitch and catch, a little 7-on-7. Watch this, just a little pass right out there. Martin just reaches out, grabs it right there. Then nice open field tackle there by number 6. That's going to be Brad Roden again.
It'll get Collins out of a little bit of a hole. Still 2nd down and long. Empty set is screen set up across. There's Delaney, and wonderful defense interior for Dixie Heights.
Right there. You got 2 of your key guys right there. You got Brad Roden and Luke Tucker right there. Tucker, defensive end, falls back. The linebacker, Roden, comes up, makes a play right there. Because, they're letting him in so easy, and he's like, oh, no, you let me in too quick. You see Tucker said, I'm in too quick. Comes right back. Roden also on the play right there. Nice play. Nice play.
3rd down and long. Under 5 remaining.
These are the ones they need to make the play on right here.
Gooden.
Got to get some pressure.
Slinging all the way down the field, and it's deflected over the top, the corner. Hudson Morris.
And what did I say? Don't throw to his side. I'm going to the other side. If I'm not going to number 4 side, Hudson Morris. Hudson Morris got an interception. He's got some deflections. He's got a deflection earlier, and now they throw at him again. He's like, no, sir, not on my side. You better go the other way. Hudson Morris making a big-time play right there. Going to make it 4th down here. Looks like Collins is going to have to punt. Just don't go to that side. That's the Hudson Morris right there. He's saying, don't come at me. Don't come at me.
Gage Miller trying to flip fields again. He had a plus 40-yard punt on his last attempt. Oh,
he's going to run it. He's going to run it. No, he throws it.
And it's intercepted by Goldsby. Intercepted by Goldsby.
The sure hands man, number 5, Nishan Goldsby. Even if they incomplete, they get the ball back there, but Goldsby says, I'm going to make a play. He just makes plays. Goldsby just makes plays right there. I thought he's going to run it on that. Just watch the replay. Looks like he's going to run it, and the defense, I got it. And you're going to have linemen downfield anyway on that play, but I don't know if they're going to throw a flag on that. I guess they're not going to throw a flag on that with linemen downfield. So he throws it. They get the interception. I hope they could have, took the penalty, linemen downfield, no flag. So here we go.
Through the fog with 4:47 remaining. Fields in the belly of Gilliland, and Gilliland reversing course. Gain of about 2 up to the Dixie Heights 41.
Yeah, trying to keep them honest with the run there. Just show just enough of a run there. Should do that. Come back here, probably throw it this time. The way they've been, the course that they've been going with it. So just show them just enough of a run, then look for their guys.
3 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Fields, 2nd down and long all day. And Fields, there's a flag. And Fields, they're going to sling it down for a target, but it's coming back. Intended for, that was Tyson Metzger. But a flag in the backfield, and already a hold is signaled.
Yeah, Metzger wide open down there with Metzger. I don't think he and the quarterback worked too much together on that, because as he threw it deep, Metzger kind of stood there, and he's looking for Metzger to go forward, but to no avail. It's a holding, so it would have been null and void anyway. So best thing for them is they didn't decline it. They take it back 10 yards, so it's going to be 2nd down instead of declining the penalty. Or taking the penalty, I'm sorry.
There's Fields on 2nd and long, sets it up. Vonderhaar on the grab, evades one, and Vonderhaar scoots up the near sideline. the 47-yard line, and he's going to only be 3 yards short of a first down.
Yeah, nice play right there. I thought coach might have declined the penalty and made it third down, but that's third down here in 3. Nice play right there. And it's a short pass, and that's what's been successful for him, the short pass.
To the near side, Gilliland for those hard-earned yards. Lowers the shoulder and a first down.
First down, Gilliland right there. Lets 2 of them pass him by right there. As he lets 2 of them pass him by right there. And number 4 right there, Davion Dill, to push him out of bounds. But the best thing about that, he gets out of bounds, stops the clock, but Coach Lucas said he's seen enough right now. He needs some adjustment. I think his guys are tired. He's going to call a timeout here. Going to try to regroup the fellas there, try to talk to them a little bit, try to let them catch their breath, let them know what's going on here.
Joey, take a look at this replay again. Just the numbers on the right side in favor of Dixie Heights to pick up that big first down.
Yeah, as you go there, you see it right away, real quick. 2 Collins players just shoot out of the barrel right there. They go right by, and then the back lets them go by. As the back lets him go by, right there, then he just makes his move right here. So you just see 2 of them just go boom, and he just makes a stop, lets them go by, then cuts upfield, gets a couple blocks there, and everything else is easy pickings right there. It's like just throwing your casting out your hook out there with a big fat worm on it. The fish hadn't eaten about a week, so some of them's going to grab it. It's out there just, and that was easy pickings right there. Just nice play right there. First down, gets out of bounds. Collins calls timeout. Tries to get his guys fresh again. Tries to give them a break.
From the Collins 46, Mason Fields back to work. Goolsby runs under it, and a hat trick.
Goodness. Goolsby, this is pitch and catch out here. Goolsby gets by him again, and next thing you know, Goolsby just, wow. That's all he says, wow. Just drops back. Goolsby just runs right by the defender right there, and all the defenders are looking at each other. They're like, I thought you had him. No, I thought you had him. I thought you had him. And I'm like, cover the guy in the orange shoes. If you're not going to cover the guy in the orange shoes, guess what's going to happen? Touchdown.
Nishawn Goolsby, 3 touchdowns, and then a big interception on the preceding play to set up this series. And we're tied at 49. Let's take one more look at Fields and Goolsby.
Goolsby, the inside receiver right there. Watch this, folks. He's the inside receiver on the trips. As he does that, he just goes right there and just runs right by one defender. The other 2 wideouts stop, and no defender runs with him. And he's like, oh, I got Goolsby again. And Goolsby's just going to run past everybody, just going to go deep, catch it. Goolsby catches it, touchdown. It's just, next thing you know, we're tied up 49-49.
So that's 14 touchdowns in this game. And what is in the mindset of Dixie Heights? They have squibbed almost every kick tonight.
They have. Isaac Estrada has had a lot of returns tonight.
Yeah, Estrada, one of the up men for Collins, is, at least thus far, the Colonel's trying to evade the plethora of Collins high-octane return guys. And this one going to be deep a bit, and Hardy backpedals at the 15. And there's Hardy accelerating across the 30. And Collins going to drop anchor at the 31.
31 right there, and they're staying away from Hardy. Actually, giving that to Dale right there. I think they think that Dale's a less threat than Hardy. I don't think they're trying to keep that away from Hardy. Hardy has shown he has that breakaway speed. I've seen him in a couple kickoffs make tremendous plays right there. But here we are right here, 3:40 in the game, tied up. 1 timeout for the home team, 2 timeouts for the visitors. Cade Gooden, what's he going to do?
1st and 10, Gooden across. Caught. First down at the 43, gain of about 14 yards. That's his big receiver, Jason Hintz, at 6'2".
Hintz just right upfield, 12 yards, stops. You give him a lot of cushion over there. So because they've been running a lot of deep routes, so he just 1, 2, 3, stop, catches it, give him cushion over there, catches it, first down, move the chains.
Nearing 3 minutes remaining. The winner gets Woodford County next Friday. Hits again, this time on the near side of the field. He'll pick up about 5 yards. Closing tackle by Jackson Higgins, the cornerback.
Yeah, Higgins did not give as much room as Hudson did on the other side right there. Higgins just came right up right there and just Higgins just said no, sir. Morris was giving a little more room on the other side. Higgins said no, he's right there.
Second and a nickel for Collins, just shy of the 50. And Gooden going to call his own number, needs 5.
Oh, nice play right there.
Upended. He'll pick up about 3, though.
Big time play right there by number 6, Brad Roden. Roden just makes a big time play. Shoestring tackle right there. If he doesn't make that tackle, he's gone. Big time play right there. Just gets right in there. Nice play.
They're down into Gooden on a slant. Caught! First down. It's his money man, Logan Hulsman, on third down.
Hulsman is his money man. Hulsman is this guy who catches those big time catches right over the middle right there. Hulsman is a senior. He's been around. The rest of these guys are juniors. Hulsman, nice job right there. Nice little slant, just gets past the yard marker right there. Quarterback puts it on first down, Collins.
2 minutes remaining. Design draw again. They're going to keep it in the quarterback's hands, and Gooden down the middle of the field, and Gooden inside the 10. First down, Titans.
Gamble on a blitz. He's going to make you pay right there. The gamble on an inside blitz right there. They let him run by. Lineman just push that linebacker on through, then Gooden does the rest right there. Gooden just runs right upfield right there. Just it's a gamble by the defensive coach right there, but these guys, when they blitz, they can't go deeper than the football. They go deeper than the football. Gooden makes them pay. And so what do we got here? Who's using this timeout? Looks like
Dixie.
Dixie going to use their last timeout. Dixie Heights going to use their third and final timeout here. The minute 36 here. They've got Gage Miller in the bullpen. You've got Cade Gooden out there on the field. Big time play here needed by Dixie Heights. And, I don't know if they score real quick here, or do they kind of try not to score to try to run some clock because they don't have any timeouts. But how hard is that to try not to score, as a high school kid, unless your coach says get it, then fall down to the 1. It's first and goal, though. Do we get it and make it second and goal at the 2 or second and goal at the 3, or do you put it in, score, then put your defense back out on the field and make them make a stop because Dixie Heights has no timeouts?
Well, there's a lot of layers here. Another school of thought, if you're Dixie Heights, you keep that timeout and maybe you let Collins score.
Right.
And then you've got a minute 20-ish with a timeout.
With the timeout, correct. So it's tough. But
a lot going on here with 1:36 remaining.
They made some stops there when Collins rolls to the right, tries to hit that guy in the corner. They've made some stops. So, that's a possibility here, but my money is they're probably going to let number 3 run this in.
And Gooden going to do that himself, and he's an astute player. He's going to down himself down inside the 2. So now it's second down and goal, and Dixie Heights is helpless without any timeouts here.
No timeouts there. He gained, 2 yards on that, so you figure they gained 2 more yards, and they're in the house right there, but they've got to get some pressure there. Got to get some pressure by these linebackers.
1:04 remaining now, and
I think Coach Lucas just tells them to watch the back judge. When you raise that hand, then call it because he got 5 seconds after that. Here we go, 5, 4.
Here's Gooden high snap, and he's going to down himself again inside the 1. And that's just a tremendous, astute play by an outstanding quarterback.
It's a great play by the quarterback, even a better play by the O-line not to hold, because you don't want anybody to say, keep those hands inside, do not hold, do not reach out and grab anybody. Just kind of go for it. If you miss your man, so be it. We'll take it at the 1 right there. And so I think Coach is probably going to call a timeout here. as they get ready. Probably call a timeout here under 20 seconds. Let's see.
So Collins still 2 timeouts remaining.
5, 4, 3 timeout. Yeah, calls timeout. 1 second there. Ball's on the 1. 3rd down. 2 opportunities here. 2 opportunities here for.
And certainly they keep it in his hands. Do not even risk the field goal snap or anything.
No, none of that, because they almost had one blocked. Almost had a PAT blocked, even though Gage Miller just put it through the uprights. It was close, and you don't want to take that chance. It's not the time to be taking that chance. You want to put it in your money man's hand. Give it to Cade Gooden and let Cade Gooden do the rest. Let him be the one to bring you home.
In the second half, Collins has extended drives on 3rd down and 13, 3rd down and 14, 4th down and 1. And then on this last drive, Logan Hulsman, who's only had 1 prior catch tonight, catches 1 on 3rd down and 4. They've made the plays, Joey, when they've needed to make them.
Yeah, Cade Gooden, they've been here before. As Coach said, they're hungry. You've got some guys that they were starters last year, but they're looking for that big. They were looking for that big playoff win. They're looking for that big playoff win on the road to get it done. Looks like I'd say you got 2 backs going to go to number 3 here.
And Gooden up the middle, needs 1 yard. And
Didn't get it. He did not
short.
Get it. Didn't get it. 4, 3. Oh, they stopped it with 3 seconds. I didn't know if they're going to make that stop.
So Collins calls timeout. They do not have a timeout, so it comes down to 1 play.
1 play right here. If Dixie Heights can make that same play again, stymie them right there again, make that stymie again, and we'll be going to overtime. So this is a big, big play right here. Here's your season right here. Here's your season. You either make the play or you don't. You make the play, Collins moves on. Don't make the play here for Dixie Heights. It's over for them. Dixie Heights makes the play. We're moving to overtime, and who knows what can happen then.
And again, Collins, an outstanding kicker. Gage Miller, he's 4 or 5 on the year, long of 42. He can make this.
Are they bringing him out? Looks like they are bringing Gage Miller out. They're bringing Gage Miller out. They're bringing Gage Miller out. This could be an opportunity for Dixie if he misses this. I mean, a lot of pressure on him. He's made everything tonight.
This is well within his range. Again, he's made it from 42 this year. This is an 18-yard chip shot.
This is an extra point.
Comes down to the snap and hold.
Just over to the right a little bit, but it's an extra point.
And Miller trying to send Collins on to round 2. Hold is down, and Miller's kick. And Collins hangs on.
1.5, we could see anything with the fumble Rooski, pitch it back, anything like that, but 18-yarder there by Mr. Dependable Gage Miller, I apologize. Gage Miller, top 5 kicker in 5A in the state of Kentucky. 4 or 5 coming into the game. Now he's 5 of 6, over 80%. Gage Miller putting it on his back.
Well, what do you do if you're Collins here?
I think coach is probably going to kick it down and dirty, squib kick it, make the ball bounce around, make them have to pick it up, try to get this 1.5 seconds. I mean, Gage Miller could kick it to the end zone, but you don't want to give Mason an opportunity. You don't want to give Mason Fields an opportunity. It's just, that's just the way it is. You don't want to give him an opportunity.
Or Nashawn Goldsby, who has been sensational tonight.
Yeah, you just don't want to give him that chance. So you're going to kick it down and just, try to get that 1.5 seconds off. You just don't want to give. Mason Fields has shown, he and Goldsby, they've shown what they can do. You don't want to give them a chance tonight. You don't want to give them that opportunity.
Collins has never trailed in this game. They have led by 14 on 4 occasions. Dixie Heights has been so tough.
It's been a great game right there. Oh, my God. Pat Burke, wow. What a great job. Yeah.
2 great programs. And Gage Miller to kick it off here. Both teams void of timeouts. Perhaps the last play of this game. And an intermediate short kick.
got to pick it up, got to do something with it. Oh.
And that's going to end the ball game as the ball's loose inside the 15-yard line, and Collins a winner.
Collins a winner there. It's a great ball game right there. Recovered by number 29, Trey England, but great game. These are the games, once the playoffs start, you know somebody's got to win, somebody's got to lose, somebody's going to hang up their equipment for the year. That's what this is about right here. This is basically Game 7 in baseball, Game 7 in football, in basketball, March Madness in basketball, and this is high school football here in Kentucky. Somebody's got to win, somebody's got to lose. Somebody's going home, somebody's moving on.
Stay close. We'll have the Cartown Kia postgame report coming up. Collins, 52, Dixie Heights, 49. Be right back right after this pause from Glycod.
Looking for a realtor to help you buy or sell your property? Then look no further than John Reynolds with Exit Realty Crutcher. John has helped hundreds achieve their goals through buying and selling real estate. Whether you're buying your first home, upgrading to a larger home, or downsizing as an empty nester, John will work with you to help you get where you want to go. For a realtor that has supported the community for over 20 years and who has creative ideas, consistent communication, and dependable results, call John Reynolds with Exit Realty Crutcher at 502-598-8378.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Let's get real. For a lot of people, 4 years of college might as well be a million. With us, you can get a certificate in a matter of months and start a career right away. College for the real world. College for your world.
Need a tow? Martin's Peterbilt Towing Service is here 24/7. Based in London and Pikeville, we will travel to you. Commercial trucks and trailers, no job too big. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
We're big fans here in Kentucky.
Go, go, go! Let's get this car to service!
Of great savings at Cartown Kia.
Win big this season on 2025 Sorrento. Lease for just $249 a month for 24 months. Or the fan favorite 2025 Kia Seltos. Lease for just $199 a month for 24 months. Or touchdown with game-winning savings on new Kia K4. Lease for just $149 a month for 24 months.
Our team is here for your team at Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by Cartown Kia, your dealership for unmatched design, performance, and savings at 3120 Lexington Road in Nicholasville. Visit them online at CartownKiaUSA.com.
Back live at Dixie Heights High School. Collins over the Dixie Heights Colonels 52-49. Joey, the folks that attended this game and watched this game were really provided a great treat.
Oh, man, this is a big-time, excellent, well-played football game by both teams. Both offenses just putting up a show. Defenses making plays when they need to make plays. But, you know, in the end, as we say, there's got to be a winner. There's got to be a loser right there. And you know, I said earlier, the team with the ball last will probably be the team that wins. And it was the team with the ball basically last, and if you want to count the 1.5 seconds, but team with the ball last kicks the field goal, wins the game, and moving on to the next round right there. And this, you know, it's games like this, first, second round, that you don't see in playoffs, that people talk about championship games or semifinal games. These are the championship games right here. These are the best games to watch. two teams like this just fighting back and forth, evenly played. Second seed versus third seed, vice versa. And, it's just outstanding game. Two great coaches, two great programs, outstanding. And you can see Coach Pat Burke, those guys, they're going to be good down the road here in 5A.
You go back to the no timeouts for Dixie Heights. They burned 2 early in the fourth quarter. They used the last one with about a minute and a half left. That was very significant in this game.
Really significant because you needed at least one more timeout. If they had one more timeout, I think they may have gotten a shot. They just, even though Cade Gooden didn't score, if you could have called a timeout quicker and made them, you had a timeout to make them make a decision. You turn the onus on the offense, say, okay, we're calling timeout now. What are you going to do? And instead they didn't have the timeouts, and Coach Lucas did have the timeout, so he waited there until 3 seconds, used that final timeout, and Gage Miller made the field goal right there. But he said if they had those timeouts, it may have changed the outcome here. I don't know, but it would have changed the trajectory of how things would have been played out.
A lot of stats to get to. We'll have our most outstanding players as well. A great one tonight in Edgewood. Collins over Dixie Heights 52-49. We'll be back after this pause from Glycod.
New recruit? Take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something at school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
This is Woody with Simpsonville Automotive. Hope you're enjoying the game. We're leaders in customer care because we're always on. Free air out front, 24/7. Our gift to the town, it's always on. 6 loaner cars ready for pickup or delivery anytime. After hours, use our drop box or secure pickup boxes anytime. My team gets it done. Simpsonville Automotive. We are leaders in customer care.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
Hi folks, Mike Kennedy with HKC Roofing. We've been in the roofing business in this area over 20 years. Don't do business with a company you've never heard of or who claims to be local. When they leave town, their warranty leaves with them. Go with a roofer you can count on for years to come. Go online at roofyourhouse.com or call 502-212-1081. We thank you for your business.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Take a look at some of these final numbers. Well over 1,000 combined yards in this game. And you look at this Collins third down ratio. They're 10 of 23, and some really critical third downs to continue drives late in the game.
Big time plays. I mean, they did it as if they do it all the time. Coach must work on that. Hey, they must have a third down session there where it's like, hey, we're working on this, and it's third down every time because the way they worked it, it was like clockwork. Guys just did a little out route, or they stopped and did their little hitch route or their little comeback route, and the quarterback, it just seemed like he was just very calm about it. Or, they would send everyone out, and as they send all the receivers out, They do a little fold block there, and the quarterback just runs up the middle. You get a first down, and you're just it's very cool, calm, and collected about it. And it was tremendous. It was tremendous the way they did that. I know Dixie Heights held them a couple times, but to get more than not like that, the percentages on that are not with you, and for them to do that shows a lot about Jerry Lucas's team.
Such a great effort by both teams, tremendous individual efforts. We have had a very difficult time naming our most outstanding players. We'll have that for you next, and then we'll take a quick look at Week 2 in the playoffs next Friday. You're watching Glycod.
Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. Sometimes when you have a roof leak, you just need a repair. At HKC Roofing, we're experts at finding and fixing leaks. For a free estimate, contact us at roofyourhouse.com.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
To hear what's on your mind. Take this time to talk and get it right. You know I'll be there all your life. When you need me, I'll be by your side.
Little everyday conversations about the dangers of underage drinking can make a big difference in a child's life. Talk, they hear you.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Cartown Kia in Nicholasville, movement that inspires, and by Carpenter's Local 1650. Build your winning career today.
Putting the finishing touches on Collins' 52-49 win in Edgewood tonight. Tonight's most outstanding players presented by HKC Roofing. They are better than guaranteed, and a smorgasbord of great performances tonight. We'll start with Collins. Hard to deny what Cade Gooden did this evening.
Cade Gooden, he just put up numbers. Cade Gooden was just that guy. 321 yards passing, 2 TDs. Cade Gooden, 214 yards, 43 is a long run, 4 TDs. I mean, what more can you ask for a guy tonight? Cade Gooden led his team to victory.
You've got some great individual performances. Delaney, 12 receptions, 121 yards, 2 touchdowns. And Isaac Estrada, per usual, 10 tackles.
Correct, but let's look at Logan Huseman. If someone says, oh, he only had 2 catches for 33 yards, but one of those catches was a key first down. You know, they needed that. That was 4th down and about 3 or 4, maybe 5, and he just goes over the middle, goes down low, catches it, and keeps that drive moving. And if he doesn't keep that drive moving, that's another opportunity there for Dixie Heights. And you know, Huseman, a big part of that as well. You know, you look at Jaden Martin, you know, when his catch is out of the backfield right there. And as you said, Isaac Estrada, Clay England, those guys just making tackles, double-digit tackles right there. Just a total team effort.
Jason Hintz, 9 grabs, 132 yards.
He led the way early.
And for Dixie Heights, we're going to make a broadcast history because we've never done this for a co-MVP, but I love your suggestion. Let's sell everyone on what Fields and Goldsby did tonight.
Well, where do you want to go? Let's go. They're down in the third quarter. So they're down, and Mason Fields passes to Nishan Goldsby, a 69-yard touchdown right there. Wow. Next thing you know, they're down by 7. He comes back, throws another touchdown to Nishan Goldsby, and a 66-yarder, and they're down by 7 again, because they scored, because Collins scored again. And then they go one more time. He ties it up, hits him on a 46-yarder, and is inches away from another deep catch right there. And like I said, Nishan Goldsby had 7 catches for 248 yards. The quarterback goes 20 for 30, 410 yards, 7 touchdowns for Mason Fields. That's just unheard. Both seniors right there. You're losing that. When you lose something like that, you gotta find something for that. But that is just an incredible effort by those 2 young men, as well as the rest of them. And that's,
for sure.
That's not to take anything away from anybody else out there, but good grief. Those 7 catches, 248. I need stats like that when I was playing wideout.
Parks Vonderhurst, 6 for 47. And you got Henry Waters, a touchdown. This was a wonderful, wonderful effort by Dixie Heights.
Yeah, they were down 21. They were down 21-0 before they come back, and your DB makes a great interception. Then you come back in a 4-play, 80-yard drive to score. Then you come back again, and you got a 9-play, 78-yard drive to make it 21-14. And then when you're down 14 again, they come back and tie it up again. So, I mean, and the defense, they're all over. Roden, Gillian, Goldsby, they're just making play after play on defense. I mean, what do you say? What do you say to that? That's just a great job there by them. And Hudson Morris over there on the corner just knocking balls down. Just good job. Also, number 9, the other DB, Jackson Higgins. Those guys just making plays. So, just great overall team effort by Pat Burke and his staff and Dixie Heights here. I mean, like I said, the sad thing about these games are it's not regular season. Somebody has to lose. Playoffs, somebody's got to go home. So, and that's the realization of it. And Dixie Heights, as well as they played, and as tickled to death as I am about their performance. Somebody has the repo man is coming in to get somebody's equipment, and he's getting their equipment this week. But, as I said, that is high school playoff football, the realization, and the sun comes up. I've done it. Many have done it before me. You lose and you cry that night. The sun comes up the next morning, and you go on to tell tales with your guys 5-10 years later of great stories like, man, that was this and this was this. Remember that, and you enjoy it, but bittersweet at the moment. But congratulations to the Dixie Heights Colonels. Great season this year. Great job, Coach Burke.
Collins will meet Woodford County. We expect to have that for you next Friday as well. Bryan Station at Frederick Douglass. We will have that one for you next Friday, and we will update next week's schedule this weekend on glycod.com. Thank you so much for joining us. Please subscribe to our growing free-to-watch high school athletics platform, and thanks so much for Dixie Heights having us tonight. A great trek up to northern Kentucky. We look forward to doing it again.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks to all you guys for part of our crew tonight. Joe O'Melion on camera, Steve Bird, our executive producer. For Joey Hamilton, I'm Chris Labar. Good night from Edgewood. You've been watching Central Kentucky High School Football on Glycod.
From Glycod, this has been Central Kentucky High School Football. Tonight's game was brought to you by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. College for your world. Man of War Harley-Davidson. 100% Kentucky owned and operated. IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential. New Vista. We see the good ahead. Martin's Peterbilt. Keeping you rolling. Elite Building Products in Nicholasville, where you'll find top quality products for your home. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment. The right equipment for the right job. Suntime Pools and Spas. Good people to know if you have a pool. And by Fast Signs.
Visit glycod.com and follow us on social media for information about upcoming broadcasts and other high school sports content. Thank you for watching this live sports presentation on Glycod.